caution, cold like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for war, man, forget my peace. You take the west side, take on the east. I'ma put them in the cage, never let out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Beg, please get on your knees. Came from the jungle, up in the trees. I got a few tricks up in the sleeve. One wrong move, I'ma let out the. Big shoes, check out the crease. Blow like I'm Bigfoot, step on the beat. Make a man's run till he step out the cleats. When the whole place scream, gotta get out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Nice keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. Let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, before I miss it, we're going to start off with the super chat. Good morning, Jessica. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the consistent streams. You really help me get through my work days. I hope you have an amazing work day today. Good morning, Fat, Sassy, Thickum, Sugar, K-Star, Baby Girl, Cohorst, Gummy, Wicked Weird, Teddy Pigs, Joy, Cece, Waffles, Celestial, a Burb, Joy, did I say hi? Double hi. Baby Girl, Pink Warrior, Buns, Girl in the comments. Hi, how's everyone doing today? Good morning, Wilson. Well, I have to say it dramatically. Wilson! Okay, thank you so much. It's going to be a weird day. We are going to go over some Pulpy videos for retros because I knew Pulpy had reacted to things more recently than I had, and I can't find them in mine. And I was like, why not? Hi, Dom. I'm going to try not to get sick talking about the documentary. Reginald, thank you for being a member for 11 months. I don't know how to make that face. Let's start off really quick talking about Foodie's Fupa Boil. Yeah, we're going to do that. I guess she did go to the doctor's office. They gave her Doxy. I'll be curious to see if she comes on panicking about nightmares. Still no emojis? That's so rude. Jenny, thank you so much. Scar has great titties. Well, thank you. Thank you. We're only going to briefly talk about the documentary, y'all. I'm pretty sure Aren't You Exhausted is going to be doing a recap of the documentary in itself, where it's more easily digestible. If you are not in a great mental headspace, or if talk of sexual assault may lead you to a negative headspace, I would maybe skip out on that. The women did so well sharing their stories. They were so incredibly brave. I also want to remind people they are so much more than the experiences that happened to them. If you haven't seen Ivy outside of that documentary, she has a phenomenal singing voice. She's got a great personality. Like, I've kind of talked to the women in other chats briefly, but they're just amazing individuals, and I hope you guys learn about them outside of all of it as well. Also, yes, self-harm, things of that nature. Just if you're not in a head place to watch it, please be aware if you haven't seen it yet. I think the doc did the Tiger King thing, where they flashed through some of the more shocking events without exploring them in depth, which makes sense, but leaves me with a lot of questions. YouTube now has DMs? What kind of DMs? I'm like, good morning, Freya. I was watching the teaser trailer for Whale Fall. What's Whale Fall? The book was so intense, and the preview is too. I'm excited. Now for Roz. Hi, Aline. Pulpy used the phrase juicy fupa this morning, and I've still not recovered from hearing that. Well, it kind of was a juicy fupa. Or not Roz. Foodles was talking about how she soaked like puppy pads essentially with ooze and purulent and blood. She said it didn't stink. It just smelled like blood. Have a great day, El Genius. But, at least it didn't stink of rancid infection. Morgan, good morning. I just had to look up what a FUPA is. Fat upper pelvic area. She didn't talk about it. She showed it. Hot. Oh, hi, Dad. Can we frickin' not? Why not? Okay, so Roz was in about a minute and a half of the 3-part documentary. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever watched the We're All Insane podcast with Roz on it. Hey, Smaxy boy. If you've ever watched the We're All Insane, Roz talks in circles. She is a word salad professional. If there's one thing she's good at, it's talking about nothing with a whole lot of words. I think she went in there. She probably did the same shit she does on her own channel, where she's politician of the year, but doesn't answer any freaking question. And they obviously got quite a bit of backlash from her in the trailer. And I think they cut a ton of her. She was listed as a Fifi expert, which I also have the mindset that they probably had her in there before as like ex-Fifi model or something. And then they were like, well, she's not really an ex one and she's not a model. So we'll just call her this, I guess. Hi, Spaghetti and Mrs. Saber. Has she commented on it? Yes, we're going to look at her Instagram stories. I think she's mad, but her part was so important. Yeah, she had a whole subplot. She was going to be famous. It was a project with business opportunities. Yeah, she had a minute 25-ish seconds. And the only part of the price we peed was in the intro. We don't know what price she was peeing. I laughed so hard when they labeled her content creator, 365 trauma expert. Her IG pissed you off. Yeah. After the trailer dropped in the feedback, they said, nope, fuck this lady. Yeah, I think they had a last minute, let's delete her. Let's get rid of a bunch of her stuff because it sounds like BS. And she paneled up with this guy, so obviously she's not really a credible individual. And in a 25, she was talking about Zio doing mukbangs. Yes, some of it had nothing to do with her. And she's like, yeah, Zio was missing and we didn't know what happened. She had just stopped posting. That was Roz on Investigation Discovery. That was her subplot. It wasn't her. That's the sub. Editor looked at her footage and said, unusable. She said she had an integral part of the development of this project. She existed. Yeah. Okay. Let's go over here. This is Nikki T's channel, like I said. So we're going to do the Instagram stories. Son, hold on. Okay, hold on. If you're coming up today, don't embarrass me. Come up. Okay, I'm turning. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, you just did. Do I need to get you stairs to jump up here? Would that make your life easier? I know you're getting a little fat, but 1. Okay, I'm turning my chair. Oh, I'm turning. 1, 2, 3. Good boy. Okay. There's a big boy. Okay, let's rotate. I could have told them Zio stop posting. You could have. Hi, Kitchen Zombie. Oh, hello. Hello, you're so handsome. The chat has missed you. Okay. Let's see what Roz has to say. Hold on. I think Bunches has balsamic. Hold on.
Just because I'm not a victim of Stefan
Okay.
does not mean I am not a victim of sexual assault and exploitation in my past. And just because you may not understand why I'm in the dock does not mean that I don't have a right to be there.
The way I just had to tackle a dog. Start it over. I just had to kick off lyric. Look at this. Like the glaze.
Just because I'm not a victim of Stefan does not mean I am not a victim of sexual assault.
No one's saying that what happened to you as a child didn't happen. Well, I'm sure somebody is, but I'm not going to say it. I'm sorry for what you went through as a child, but this wasn't about you. You've told your story on multiple platforms. This wasn't about you.
And exploitation in my past. Just because you
I don't know how full this was, and it kind of concerns me.
may not
I
understand
think it was almost empty.
why I'm in the dock does not mean that I don't have a right to be there.
Sure, talk what you want to talk about, Roz, but recognize that people have a right to critique you and bring up your past history of lies and problematic behavior. Hi, Arabella.
I'm doing...
Look at that little tear. Look at it.
the best that I can.
Is this just a me thing? But once you start like crying, a tear comes out of your eyes. Do y'all blink? Like she's keeping her eyes open. I don't know if I could have my eyeballs open the entire time. But why are you on the shitter? Is this the price we pee? Why is she in the bathroom for this? This is the first time in a while that we've had her full head in her weird little block. But why are we in the bathroom? I don't need to hang out with you in the toilet. Yes, you blink? Okay.
From everything that's happened in the past couple weeks, to not make problems for anybody else.
Past couple weeks. Okay, so this came out yesterday. What's today? Thursday. This is Wednesday. Y'all are going to see that she says she had been quiet for a week. Ma'am, you put up a video on your channel and you were live within that past week. What are you talking about?
I just wish someone gave a singular fuck.
I wish someone gave a singular fuck. Hi, Ida. Why does she think she should be in the box or talk about it when she was never in the house? I really thought that they were going to have a small segment talking about how it impacts you after you leave, or how you might end up in the position to be in a place like paradise. No, I think Roz talked herself in circles, and they're like, we can't even fucking use this. Let's just go ahead and clip it. Like, get rid of it. It's dumb. We don't need it. It doesn't help. It doesn't give any sort of actual detail. The audience is going to get lost. Let's just get rid of it. Firewall, thank you for the super chat. Stuck in the spreadsheets and been missing a lot of streams. Here to share that I have had my yearly eye exam scheduled while Scar already got hers back in February. Thank you so much, Firewall. I appreciate you.
About the fact that I'm a person with trauma too.
How am I supposed to really have the weight of your trauma on my shoulders when you refer to things as decor trauma, puddle trauma, dirty dishes trauma? You make everything equal. Not even an exaggeration. If something in your life isn't perfect, you refer to it as trauma. And then when you regret something, you call it coercion, grooming, assault, grape. It is very difficult to hear you when you make everything watered down. What the fuck is web grape? She's even going to mention in that. We should pull up the We're All Insane podcast because she is going to change the narrative. We all have traumas. I just won't televise it. Even the mom told her to overuse them. Roz at a funeral. My grandma died too. And we've talked about it. Roz doesn't leave room for anybody else to have experienced something. Like you can say, oh, I always get this one big step. Scabies shingles. Shingles. Like somebody in her chat said they had shingles and she's like, oh, let me tell you about my mom's shingles. Somebody in her chat said, I'm really nervous. I am getting cancer ruled out. And she's like, let me tell you about a baby with cancer. Listen, I had cancer scares and it was the worst thing. I bet yours is not as bad as my cancer scare. She can't ever just leave room to listen. You started early? I did. I'm great at starting early. Sometimes I'm late. Toilet stream when? I don't know if I can move my setup into a potty room.
And that trauma is real.
Hi, Carolyn.
The past several days, I have gone out of my way to shut the fuck up.
No, you haven't. You've still been on Instagram. You haven't shut the fuck up. The fact is, Paola called you out and your little feelings got hurt. And you're upset with reaction channels, in my opinion, because we are leaving a safe space. We want these women to feel comfortable to share their stories and to know that we believe them. Fuck a Stefan. I don't care how he manipulates it. I don't want to hear from him. You said, I'm not picking sides, and paneled up with him. And I think you're jealous because all you've ever wanted was to sit with reaction channels. That's what you wanted, right? You kicked in Apathetic Fax's door, Jordy's door, Zachary Michael, Tiny Blue, Nerfy, several viewers. That's all you wanted. And reaction channels don't believe you because you lie. Girl World is her scapegoat. You cry in the toilet every day, Celestial. Michelle McDaniel. Thank you, Jessica. Obese to Beast. I didn't watch. How was it? It is incredibly hard. And Roz is only in it for like a minute and a half.
Because
DM'd you that right before the stream? You DM'd me? Oh, I need to check. You have a timestamp for Jordy? Oh, Jenny, I would love that. We really should, if I was a smarter individual. We should have those videos pulled up as well, because I would love you guys to see more reaction channels, boxes that Roz wanted to be in. And remember, she says she messaged Zachary Marie when she was in psychosis, right? She says, I was in psychosis. It's not my fault. Help. She messaged Apathetic Facts. I don't see a date, but it says 120. So I can't 100% say on that. Hold on. Is there another date anywhere in here? December 22nd. So March, she's saying she's in psychosis. December, she's saying she's in psychosis. I mean, allegedly. Maybe we could ask Nikki T to archive it for us in a video. Bless Nikki T and Libby and all of these reactors that stay on top of it and have their shit together. I lost internet like 20 seconds into the group watch last night. No, that means you watch or miss the price you pee. It's very hard to watch. It is, but the women did phenomenally sharing their stories. I think Investigation didn't do a great job on setting it up. It was kind of quickly hopping into subjects. I think Bus can fucking suck my left ovary. Tech Protect, you fucking suck. Whenever he wants to appeal to people like Girl World, he did his epi, oh, I'm going to understand. And you can fucking fuck right off. Suck my left over, you loser. Timestamp on the Burb app. Hi, LaFay, you fell asleep. These women deserve so much more than that awful man. Tech is so gross. It was awful. He's in his house hanging out with him. Okay, it's in the Burb app. 3609. Okay, let me get that opened as well. Man, I'm so good at being prepared. It's kind of impressive. I'm always on top of it. I have no tabs open. It's so good. Okay, go here. Okay, let's keep watching. Oh, Nikki T got remonetized. Congratulations, Nikki. I know you put in the fucking work. You deserve it. Like, thanks for it.
It doesn't matter.
I used to work on PBS documentaries. ID stuff is very assembly line. Oh, so it's just like this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece.
No matter what I do, I am being relentlessly attacked.
You paneled up with women that were sharing their stories, and then you decided to have a respectful conversation with an alleged predator. You decided, I'm not picking sides. And then when you got called out, you tried to backtrack.
I didn't do anything. Saw a comment on a video that had nothing to do with me, that was about me and how I'm making everything about me.
You are. You had every right to share how the Fifi community affected you, right? But in this, the title of the documentary is Big Girls Wanted Escaping Paradise. What relation do you have to paradise other than you wanted an invitation to the house?
When I wasn't even in the video.
Hi, obesity.
Girl World is...
How is this Girl World's fault that you decided to talk to Stefan? How is it Girl World's fault that you decided to hang out on a panel with MAGA cheese? How did we make you do that? Or did we say this is dumb? Who made that choice, Roz? Who made the choice to come on giddy as fuck when the trailer dropped going, oh my God, it's a business opportunity, the project, oh my God.
Using this opportunity to make me
Hi, Divine, good morning.
Out to look like a fucking
NTM.
Monster.
I don't think I have changed what I've said about you since I started covering you. You know what? I will take that back just a moment. When I first started covering you, I gave you room to see who you were as a person. But since, I don't know, October of last year, I don't think I've changed my tone. I think I've called out your problematic behavior. I don't think I've been using this opportunity other than to try for new people to hear your problematic behavior in like a neater format. But I haven't changed shit. Hi, Teddy.
While creating
small pups, good morning.
The problem.
Oh, just Jamie, happy birthday. I hope it was amazing. Or it's going to be amazing. I hope you have a fantastic day. And Finn.
And I just did not anticipate certain parts of this.
The fact that people were going to call you out for things you've done, what is it that you didn't anticipate? If you had a quarter of a brain cell, you would have thought about how it may have impacted the victims that you decided your story was more important in that time. Hold on, I'm pulling up Zachary Michael's video as well because I want to see what Roz had to say about Jordy whenever she reached out to Zachary Michael. Fuck. I really wasn't prepared. Obviously, I came early and I was like, hey, I'm just here. Okay, keep talking, Roz.
I'm not talking about the live stream stuff and all that. I've said what I've said on that, and I'm culpable in that aspect. I'm talking specifically about how people keep saying actual victims
of Stefan. Victims of Stefan. I think you are a victim. What you went through as a child was awful. Victims of Stefan.
Watching people twist some of my most personal trauma into how I'm a liar.
You are a liar. You are. Whether it be you reaching out to multiple reaction channels, having gone from being Twitter-pated and, oh my God, they saw me, and then it became psychosis, or groomed you into being their next Amberlynn Reed. When you wanted to fuck Jeff, it became coercion from his sister. You are a liar. Gidgy, thank you so much. Wait, which Gidgy are you? Thank you so much for becoming a member. Please enjoy your blowy. Which Gidgy is that?
Like, I think the big one I saw was when I was in those streams and I was being just barraged with hate. People were saying that I lied about, like, I said that I was basically raped over the...
You said, you called it web rape. You didn't say basically. You called it web rape. You didn't say it was basically. And I need you to give me that fucking definition.
The internet, like, that all this stuff when they took a real traumatic...
I am the LCU one, but I subbed for the MAGA cheese comment. Politely, Gidgy, I'm going to need you to get the fuck out. I don't do well with racism or bigotry or people that align themselves with Keemstar. I appreciate the membership, thanks, but I'm going to need you to get the fuck out politely.
Experience out of context. In the We're All Insane podcast interview, I shared the story about what I believe was the first attack of my cyber stalker.
How do you first believe that is the attack? Hi, bunnies! If that is an attack from someone you've claimed as a stalker, web raped you, but this is the first attack, this is why you were probably cut from the documentary. You talk in word salad. You make it impossible to actually follow your stories because you're a fucking liar.
How he blackmailed me.
Thanks for that, Scar. Some people are scared to actually oh no, get on, go. Be gone. Hi, James.
Use the fact that I was, an ex-Mormon, afraid of my parents finding out that I was posting illicit photos online at the time.
Gidgee left LCU. It doesn't change the fact that she's a racist.
Because my parents and I hadn't had a lot of conversations, and I genuinely was afraid they would disown me. And he collected my family's information, and he coerced me into doing something I've never even told a therapist.
Oh, I missed your cake comment. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so distracted. What did you say, Jenny? Let me scroll on up. I can't find it. Jenny, do you mind? Was it a super? I can't find it. Yep.
Therapist about. And that is just
what. Did she say the cohorse? 2 horses of them.
Had a lot of conversation.
I shouldn't laugh at this. Roz, what you went through, I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, as a child should never have happened. I don't give a fuck who you are as the adult because of the choices you make still actively. As of last year, you decided to stand by an alleged essayer and say you needed a police report. You called it tea.
Conversations, and I genuinely was afraid they would disown.
Spaghetti, thank you for being a member for 9 months. What are we naming our child? Scar, you're such a real one. Listen, I care about you guys, and I just don't tolerate that. Get out of here.
Me, and he collected my family's information, and he coerced me.
Nay. I want to know, did they air all 3 episodes last night? Yes.
Into doing something I've never even told a therapist about.
But you told the We're All Insane podcast? Goodbye, Kyle. Thank you for the super chat. As I said a year ago and still say, Scar's a good egg. You can just feel it. I know I'm not alone. Thank you. Why wouldn't you fucking talk to a therapist, but you're going to talk to a podcast that has 12 million views? Get your fucking priorities in line. That's not my responsibility. You made this choice. Talk to a fucking doctor. You want to talk about no one understands your trauma, no one's taking it seriously? I bet if you talk to therapists, they could help you work it out. But you refuse to actually listen to a therapist. You just want to gossip, and those are your words. You want to teach them the lore. Those are your words. Jessica, thank you for the super sticker. Oh, no hearts. I almost said something, but then I think you guys would judge me. Jessica, thank you again for the super sticker. Happy Pride.
And that is just one of the things he did during an 8-year period.
And you cheated on your boyfriend. You did. And this person web screen shared awful, as you said, dark web stuff. And you did not follow up. You said you went to the FBI, but you didn't follow up with the police. And you said you were in a polyamorous relationship. You didn't have consent from all parties. Your boyfriend didn't know.
That story is real.
And good morning, Nessa. Also, we were talking about heavy topics. Please keep it chill in the chat. Be respectful to one another. Let's not argue. Please remember water breaks and such. And hello, Pulpy Swigs. Roz just wants attention. I agree. Oh, I'm so sorry, microphone.
I never fucking lied about that or any of my fucking trauma.
Decor trauma. Dirty dishes trauma. Her lies are real as well, and her noggin.
And I'm reaching to a point, I'm not engaging in reaction content about me. I'm doing.
Girl World is a mental illness. Roz in the past 2 weeks, a video that she still has not deleted. She's not engaging?
My best.
Green bean drama.
To avoid it. But I'm getting so much in my DMs and in my own comments.
Log off. She's going to show us a screenshot of how many emails she received from one person. You know, it was a choice, not blocking them. Was it nice of them? No. Fucking weird. But you know, it was also a choice, not blocking them.
People who put my cousin's names in my comments who, by the way, is the man currently serving 30 years in federal prison for his shit with CSAM.
And that is awful you had to experience it. It is. But we are talking about the victims of paradise, right? That was called Escaping Paradise. There is a place for you to share your story. You have a platform of 51,000 subscribers. This was not the place for you to be sharing that aspect. But the actual fuck. Images, Ash, of underage individuals. Oh, I'm trying to scroll and my thing just went all crazy. Plenty of people have terrible exes. It's not fucking lore. You don't understand. I know, y'all, it's a very heavy day, and I'm trying to handle this or speak about it as well as I can. So if I misspeak, I do apologize. I'm just glad that individual is locked up for that amount of time, because not everybody does get locked up. So I'm very grateful that somebody as disgusting as that is put away for 30 years.
Look, I get that I'm controversial.
That was her cousin, Molly.
And that I've recently fucked up.
Yes. Thanks,
I'm just a person, man.
A person who continues to do problematic behavior online and has expectations that we won't react to it, that we won't call out your poor decisions and the way you say you're a girl's girl, but stand by alleged essayers, that you say you're a girl's girl, but you have a relationship with somebody who's in a relationship and then expect them to leave their girlfriend. We're going to call you out. We're going to watch a video today where she went into the minors' email under the guise of trying to learn about which animes they liked. Her cousin's name is not blocked, but Yami's name is blocked. Yami's name was blocked before Cam was blocked in her brother's chat. Yami's name was blocked before Popey and Zachary Michael and all these people she doesn't want to talk about.
This is real. This is real.
Is there a video of Roz's timeline with all of her traumas and dating history? I can't follow her narratives. She does that intentionally. Zal, loved your video yesterday. She does that intentionally. The We're All Insane podcast has 33 of her traumas, but they're not linear. Rage Piggy is working on a spreadsheet. It's coming along beautifully.
No, I'm not lying. And I'm trying.
I know I seem cold, but I'm not feeling sympathy here. I know I seem very calloused, but I'm having a hard time feeling sympathy here.
Trying to do everything I can.
Oh, that's true too, Zal. Quirky Moments made a part 1.
To not make things worse. But it's like I'm constantly caught between this push and pull of like wanting to speak out and defend myself and wanting to stay quiet, to not cause.
Oh my God, made sure to comment on it. I want to push you into the algorithm. Everyone, make sure you're subbed to Zal. Make sure you're subbed to Nikki T. Aren't you exhausted? Popey. There are so many fantastic creators in our little corner and that are putting out amazing content.
More problems.
This video is 6 minutes and somehow we've been here for 35.
All I know.
Hi, Catalina. I feel no sympathy at all. We all have trauma, but we all don't show people online for attention and manipulate people. That's a very good point. I feel that a large majority of viewers, creators, people in your lives have been affected by something of this nature, and the way she manipulates conversations is very frustrating. Scar, does this house have more than one bathroom? Well, she has her brother's bathroom and her bathroom.
I'm really anxious about tonight.
1 minute, 25 seconds.
Because
Andrea, don't say that. 473 of y'all in here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Just because Stefan isn't the one that hurt me doesn't mean I wasn't hurt.
This feels manipulative. This feels like how she's done it to reaction channels in the past, where if she cries, if she says she's in psychosis, that she's autistic, that people won't talk about her. Hi, Sky. It feels like a manipulation tactic where, look how vulnerable I am. Look how mean Girl World is. I've never done anything. You have almost 30 years to address. I wish she would work on it, but she won't. You are making this about you. No one says this. This is about paradise and the victims. It is supposed to be, but Roz said, you guys are giving too much grace to those victims. What about me?
Just because
Hi, Natty Box.
that isn't part of my story doesn't mean that I had something to add.
Doesn't mean you didn't have something to add.
Well, I don't know, man.
Shout out Glam. Okay, so Razzle Dazzle said, mind you, I've been basically silent for almost a week. In the past 4 days prior to this, 2 videos. One, that rim job with, the sloppy toppy mac and cheese. And then the live she had done. Callie, thank you for the super chat. I guess Roz would get 90 seconds airtime. Jennifer, thank you for the super chat. 2 has told her story on so many platforms. She's never even has done fundraisers for victims or used her voice for others. I just don't feel bad. Thank you again for the super chat. Freya, please read my comment above. Scrolling on up. For anyone new, this is one of the reasons we criticize Roz. This is what we mean by she makes everything about her. This right here. We do not say her childhood trauma is not real. Thank you for that, Freya. She didn't add anything to the documentary that the doctor didn't already say. I bet there was probably 5 to 7 hours of commentary from Roz, but it was such nonsense because she can't actually make anything linear or actually just say a sentence without adding 726 syllables that they were like, you know what? Let's see where we can put this sentence. It doesn't make, let's just put this sentence here. Fallen, thank you for the super chat. I believe she was maybe misled by the production team, but she needs to understand, yes, she's been hurt, but this isn't about her. Thank you so much, Fallen. Darkwick, what do you think would happen if Girl World had a no Roz reactions week? Think she'd freak out? I don't know. That's a good question. I do foresee Grippy Sock vacation. My guess is by next week. I feel it. Her version of that didn't happen, but if it did, I was in psychosis. If I was coerced. Oh, yeah. Other men hurt and exploit fat women too. This isn't fucking about you. It's not about you. Yes. Other fat women have been exploited, taken advantage of. But this isn't about you, and you're making it about you. Let them have a voice, Roz. Good God. I addicted. And bored. All right. Let's see how it ends. Oh, maybe if I hit play, it would move. 24 emails in the last 30 days. This is just one person. Option, block them. Same email, same person. Option, block them. I know, but then you couldn't show us what a victim you are. Isn't that such a point? She just cannot keep her nose out of where it doesn't belong. Have a wonderful sleep, Jenny. I have a theory. She was so excited that she had a sound bite in the trailer. Seeing her actual involvement in the final product crushed her. Hence why she is now crying on the internet. Good point. Titty Mills. What about you? You're right, Lala. What about you? Okay, let's bounce over to her Instagram stories because I think there are some other ones.
I just want to thank everyone who has sent kind messages.
So the tears worked. The manipulation tactic worked. She wasn't getting enough of positive attention, so it worked. She could have talked to a therapist. She could have reached out to family, friends, loved ones, her boyfriend, but she didn't. It was Instagram and YouTube.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about the bullshit, but I appreciate everyone who has sent me kind messages of support or just checking in. I really appreciate it. The doc drops in about an hour and a half, and I think I'm, more than anything, I'm just anxious for everything to come after. But it'll be nice to just find.
It was in the intro, Jesse. The price you pee, it was in the intro. But as far as the documentary, no. So we don't know still what the price you peed as far as Roz being involved in the Paradise House.
Finally know.
I can't look over there.
So we'll see. I hope that everybody tunes in and we all find out together. I'm exhausted.
Reminder, if you have not watched the documentary yet, please make sure you guys are taking care of yourself, your health. Please support the women in the documentary. They are so much more than what has happened to them. They are so talented. They're amazing. And I recommend, I don't know all of their lore, obviously, but from what I've heard of them, I recommend it.
Let's fucking
Hi, Zane.
go.
Is she in the doc at all? 1:25-ish.
Oh, I guess.
I don't know how watch parties work. Does the other individual have to be logged into HBO Max? I fancy. I don't know. Do you have to be logged into HBO Max as well to start a teleparty? She won't lose weight because she can't lose her victimhood line. She left that community but hasn't lost any weight. So who is shmushmusing? She shmushmuses. Well, she says reaction channels are shmushmused by talking about her. No, you don't have to be logged in? Okay.
Okay. Okay. I was about to hit start a teleparty because this is how I watch stuff with my boyfriend. But
Her boyfriend. Mel, shut up.
Okay, let's go. Well,
Okay, everybody take a deep breath, strap in, strap on, because let's hear Roz's opinion of the documentary.
Just finished watching a docuseries with my boyfriend. I have a lot of thoughts just about the documentary, stories that were shared. It's kind of crazy seeing like Stefan directly say something.
I agree. Maybe it's cluster B.
On camera for the documentary that 100% contradicts something he said to my face.
Once again, why are you making this about you, you dodo bird? You have victims impacted by him. He's been lying about them. Do you think he is an honest individual? Do you think you matter enough? I'm going to politely disagree with you, Roz. You are not the star that you think you are. You should have shut the fuck up. I can't believe he lied to me. He lied to me, to my face. This is after she watched the documentary? Yes. Yeah, it was crazy, but now about me.
Last week. That was crazy.
Was it? An individual who is an alleged predator might lie to your face to get the narrative changed to make you like them? That's weird.
I first just want to say, like, I don't want to, like, go too in-depth about anything because I want you guys to watch it. I think everyone should watch it and form their own opinions. I wasn't super surprised by how much I was in the documentary because
a minute and a half
of what I was told. I guess I had hoped they would provide a little more context.
What context did they need for what you were saying? Death Fifi is this. Zio was not online. What context needed to be added to that? Zio wasn't online. Yes, the context was Zio hadn't been online.
Just some things that just ended up
Surely
not going with the flow of the story. I'm gonna hold off because there's like a
Demi, I agree. She wanted to dish her whole backstory to fish a new audience. That's what she's calling context. She wanted people to know about her and how she's a victim of being schmoomed into Fifi and web rape.
It's like a lot of stuff I want to say.
Aren't you exhausted?
But I really appreciate that the stories of these victims were heard.
And I know I decided to panel up with the alleged predator that put these women in this situation. And I wanted to have a respectful conversation with him, and I didn't pick sides. But I'm so glad you guys listened to them.
And, you know, someone who was watching all this stuff go down in 2021 and onward, it's just, I'm just glad that this entire
Rugby, yep.
story is being talked about on a mainstream front. I hope all of you watch the documentary. I think it was very well made. I do have critiques.
If any of those victims are watching this live today, I'm sorry for what happened to you. And I'm sorry Ross tried to interject herself into your own traumas.
Especially on how certain things were handled. Again, nothing has to do with me, right? But like
but I want to make sure I involve myself in it because, you know, me.
Everything to do with just like, you know, with like the people who have passed and everything. I have some thoughts about that, but I want to hold off. And I also think like...
Hold off. Does that imply that you are going to be talking about it later? If so, let me know, Roz. I'd like to skip ahead because I think you should shut the fuck up about it. Simple as that. You say you're going to hold off for what? You didn't know them. Shut up.
Everyone
thank you for becoming a member. Please enjoy your blowy.
Everyone else involved should have their time to share their thoughts and react and everything.
Well, that's good of you, Roz, because when Cass passed, you made sure to talk about it within hours.
This is...
Yes, Andrea, thank you.
It's just been an
snarky. I hope you have been doing well.
Insane couple of weeks.
Shut up, Shirley. Shut up.
I was so anxious and I was so just overwhelmed by the unknown. Now I'm just...
Chi-Chi, thank you for the super sticker. My son is sleeping, but I'll tell him. Lyric, it's you. It's your face.
Sitting here kind of like, why was I freaking out so much? I don't even know.
Because you thought the lies you told in that documentary were going to be called out. You thought they were going to share more of what you told them, and that reaction channels have the clips to call you out on whatever you said. Lucky for you, you didn't get to talk about yourself.
No. There's so much I want to talk about and say because, like, yeah, but
Ozzy!
I hope you guys still watch it. It's a really important story.
I hope you guys still watch it, in spite of me only being in it for a minute and a half. Please, watch this story. Listen to these women. They are so fucking brave for coming out and sharing what happened. And I hope every one of them is doing great in life. Cece she's an amazing mother. Like I said, Ivy, such a talented singer. Paola will continue to hold people's feet to the fire. I just hope that they continue to grow and have an amazing life. Play.
Story that needs to be heard.
Hello guys, my name is Kayla and I am a victim at Stefan's Paradise. If you're seeing an ID channel documentary named Escaping Paradise,
Kara,
you should definitely watch it.
Oh, okay, we're back at Roz's page. Where do we want to go next? Because I don't have enough tabs open already. Let's go to... We looked at apathetic yesterday, right? Yeah, we did, but we'll still go back over here. Why not? Let's re-talk about it because, you know, Roz doesn't like to make herself the center of attention. Hi, Yelly. I hope you've been doing well.
She then said, I'm not afraid of
Oh, it's the video.
truthful commentary. I've watched maybe 2 of your videos, and your intentions are questionable.
It definitely comes off that the producer saw through her word salad and cut her 8 hours of rambling to 90 seconds, the bulk of which we're injecting into Zio's story.
Based on how you portray your
Hi,
media,
Albert.
so do with any of this what you will. I never messaged her back and I never covered her because honestly, her blowing up my DMs asking me to cover her for clout turned
Did we already go over Jordy's? No, but we are going to go over that as well.
me right off. A few months pass by and she sees my video about the
Reminder, Roz reached out to Zachary Marie in February, March timeframe. She says she was in psychosis. This is now December. We'll look at the date of Jordy's. Let's see what date that is.
about the producer that was gonna give Amber a spot on a new TLC show
My right eyeball's twitching.
centered around super morbidly obese women who have done everything they could and still can't lose the weight, and wanted me to give her the info of that producer so she could reach out and possibly get a spot on the new show as well. And
I think that whatever they're talking about there is the other business opportunity Roz has going on right now.
once again, I ignored her messages.
Harley Gold.
Okay, so that's apathetics. Let's go over to where's Jordy? Here. Let's see what she had. I haven't seen this part yet. I have no idea what she said to him. Oh shit. Where? Oh, is this it? Oh yes. Real quick before we go into Jordy's, this was what Roz said about Jordy beforehand. Lilo. I couldn't find the documentary in Canada. I think, make sure you guys are subscribed to Aren't You Exhausted? She said she's going to be doing a recap of the documentary, just kind of a summed up. I've watched you for a long time, and as someone is literally the same size as Amber Lynn and has had trolls weaponize her name like a slur in my direction, I can tell you, I know you aren't fat phobic because I wouldn't watch you. For example, I think Oh Lordy, It's Jordy is a nasty person who would be far more sadistic if YouTube allowed. I think he picks at her to feel better about himself. Okay, now let's go to Jordy. Then I can close out some of my tabs. Go me. Okay, let's close that one.
This is hilarious.
Wait, let me make sure the timestamp's right. 3609. Okay, I'm too far.
Is weird as fuck.
I think she knows there's nobody else. After Tommy, that's it.
Someone said
Emily,
Paradise
I'm not
DLC
mean,
and Grow
I'm
Up
like-
collab.
Oh, I found it.
MAGA cheese. Not mean, but incredibly racist.
Okay. Rosie's DM.
Charlie has said she's going to do a rewatch of it in her Discord. So if you're a member of Charlie's channel as Supreme or higher, you can get into the Discord and then do the next watch party on Saturday. Hi, Josh. I can't watch him. I want to see the DMs though.
This is hilarious. I never responded either. So Rosie's out here DMing all of these reaction channels and no one is responding to her. I didn't respond to her. Honestly, I don't even really remember reading this message. There is like a high likelihood that I've never read this message.
I can't see it. Okay, hold on. Still can't. Make it big. Oh,
What is this?
hallelujah.
Say?
Okay, so July 29th of 2024. Roz, is this psychosis or is it autism?
Okay, so this was July of 2024. Okay, so this was like when things with Emily were first starting to heat up. This is when we started to find out about Colleen and we started to find all of the pictures on like those weird websites and shit. Okay, so Rosie messaged me because
yes, you're right. Or is it hypomania?
at that point, like I and other reaction channels were starting to cover Emily. I would love to chat and give you insight to things.
Why? What the fuck do you have to do with these? Go away, Roz. Go to fucking bed. You're saying I didn't deserve this. Why are they talking about me? Bah, 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 bah. I have received messages from viewers that Roz ended up in their inbox, walls of text. We've seen how many reaction channels, microphone, receive walls of text. What did you expect? Fuck around, find out is real. And you are in the find out.
I'd like to be transparent so you hear it from me. I found you back when you had less than
Rhea, that's what I'm saying. Was it?
10,000 subs. I liked your content at first, and
I'm sorry, viewers? Yes, viewers. We read a message from Laurel where Roz reached out and called her a vile bitch. Where is it? What were the exact words? And once again, it's a wall. You're disgusting for what you said. You projecting, hateful, ableist bitch. That part just lives in my brain. Okay.
then it got to a point where I was kind of hate watching.
Should I go back to the beginning? There's a lot in there if you'd like to take a look. Roz is not autistic. If she follows healthcare providers' guidelines or recommendations and she works on her ADHD, she gets reassessed and they say she has autism, I won't say shit. But she's been evaluated and they've told her no. So until then, no, you're not autistic, Roz.
Little because I still liked your videos, but
I found you when you only had 10 subs. It's true, Sky. It's true.
Thought you were mean. Okay. My chat kept talking about you, so I checked back and I started to...
Boo! She contacted me, and I'm a nobody, saying she knew all about one of the individual who passed away from Paradise, Fifi, and I don't know the whole story, and she could tell me, etc., and I'm a nobody. Hi, Foxy. Sugar, thank you for the super chat. Hubby said that they used Roz for an engagement boost. They knew what they were doing when they called her up. Boo, what?
I mean, like, I didn't really talk shit on Colin. Like, I don't really know what she means by this. It doesn't matter.
It's true, Ash. It's true.
That made me shift my opinion of you. And then I found out Elle super chatted you about me literally hours later. Who's Elle? Girl World
Is Elle the... No, that was Danielle, right?
has a split opinion of me. People like me assume I'm a liar because I look like Amber, which is crazy.
I don't think you guys look anything alike. You're both fat, but that's it. No, I don't see a lick of a resemblance. I missed something and I don't know what it is. Hi, Prez. Anyone who is upset about not having a serious neurodevelopmental disorder is clearly fishing for a diagnosis, and it's fucking disgusting. Someone with a degree in literal neuroscience. She wants a diagnosis and everything. She wants medical condition. She wants to be a victim. She wants Ehlers-Danlos, fibromyalgia. She can't just be like, I'm fat. Which is, okay, we can work on that, Roz.
If you watch my content, it's clear I'm not like Amber Lynn. And I let my honesty and integrity speak for itself.
Those of you that have been watching for the past couple of months, would you ever describe Roz as having integrity and honesty? Let me know. Your choice. I won't put those words in your mouth, or I guess those words out of your fingertips.
If you're interested in talking, I'd love to do a live stream or a pre-recorded video.
Who the fuck do you think you are? Why do you think Jordy should take the time to edit a video with you talking? Who the fuck are you? I know everyone is different, but I also have ADHD and I was diagnosed with autism pretty easily with my first assessment appointment when I was 37. If she were autistic, I would just be seriously surprised. Her kitchen chair has structural integrity. Does that count? No, because it's already breaking. And she's had it, what, 6 months?
Like, I don't know. Like, I don't understand what she's asking. I'd love to give you insight about what. Like,
she told me she was Cass's in real life friend and had the full story. Boo, do you happen to know if you still have that message? What? Roz, you wonder why people are talking? I'm sorry,
Emily?
I got shocked. Shocked.
And also, like, why do you need me? I mean, like, when we have people like Erica
No DMs.
And Danielle on here, like people with no social media, like that's one thing. But
okay, you just said Danielle, so maybe L is Danielle.
I mean, for someone that has a YouTube channel and wants to say whatever. Like, why do you want to? Why do you want to like go through me? I don't know. I've never.
Goofy insight. She didn't know her. That's why as soon as she dropped the video that she deleted, she was dragged so hard. She didn't fucking know her.
I have never read this message before.
Rude, board, rude.
I think that this got sent to my spam folder or something.
Oh, ripped pantyhose? Oh, so not Danielle. Just kidding.
Yeah, I don't really understand what she's trying to ask for.
For you to interview her so she can be the star again.
She's just asking for exposure, clout chasing.
I do kind of love another thing about Roz in this message, where she says, I found you when you had under 10,000 subs. I'm telling you guys, I don't care what any of you think, Roz invented YouTube. She is the founding father of YouTube. She finds everything before it's mainstream. Go Roz.
Okay.
Now where do we want to go? Okay, we've watched that. Some of these we might have watched before, but now it's just kind of a lore party. We're gonna bounce around some lore. Okay, let's close that out. Yeah, let's bounce around some lore. Do I know what they are? Nope. But let's watch them. Why not?
Hey.
Hi. Let's put on closed captions and let's speed her up because, yeah. Welcome to me.
If you've known me for a long time on the internet, I think you know that we've spent many years in the body positivity spaces, and I think at some point I definitely considered myself a fat activist.
Oh, Tay, where did you post it at?
And obviously,
y'all, if I get really red, I apologize. There is a lot of you in here, and I'm easy to blush, but thank you all for clicking in. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much.
I've come online.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
And shared my stories regarding feudalism and the like. And so I've spent a lot of time this week, like a lot of my time, watching a lot of commentary videos and different creators, a lot of whom are like fat people who were once like super fats who've lost weight, or people that were
in one of Roz's interviews that she did, they were with women who had lost weight, like a substantial amount of weight. And Roz talked about how she was afraid of losing weight because she wouldn't know who she is, what she would look like. And the women were like, I can understand that. I also had that fear. My husband had only been with me while I was overweight. I was concerned he wouldn't find me attractive. And Roz was like, no. But you weren't like me fat. So your opinion doesn't matter here. I'm talking about me fat.
Once in fat spaces that have left. And I have been consuming a lot of media and really reflecting on my beliefs. And I want to share some thoughts.
Hi, Sailor. I may not be super active in chat, but thank you, Scar, because you're the one of the only ways I can consume Roz content without losing my mind. Well, thank you for being here.
I no longer subscribe to believing in haze. I believe that it's really important to love yourself where you are, for who you are. Regardless of your weight, regardless of your body, regardless of what you look like, you deserve to love yourself. You deserve to love yourself to the point of treating yourself well.
And part of treating yourself well is getting to a manageable weight where your body can handle it. I'm sorry, this is my opinion, mine alone. But if you are over 500 pounds, the body wasn't meant to do that. And yes, your knees may hurt and it can do damage to your organs.
You deserve to love yourself enough to address.
Yes, so it's HAES.
Your pain. You deserve to love yourself enough to want to be as healthy as one.
Then why are you living in a kitchen chair?
Can be in their body. And you know, I'm not talking about genetic issues. I'm not talking about anything else other than just trying to live a healthier, balanced life. It's really hard. So,
oh yes, make sure you cry for me, Roz.
Look back and reflect on your life and realize where you've gone wrong.
Okay, so where are I just need not to have so many tabs open. That's part of the problem. I can't find shit. Let's look at her here where she's like, I need to lose weight. I'm a little thick. Okay. I'm glad she decided to reflect on her life. Oh, thank you, Tay. I'm glad she decided to reflect on her life and where she was and what she needed to do and love herself.
It's hard to sometimes to notice when you've repeated patterns. And lately, I have been feeling this very weird dichotomy shift in my life that I can only attribute to having gone through when I left Mormonism and leaving not only feeders and spaces online, but
Fifi.
fat acceptance spaces.
Thanks, April.
Because fat acceptance is problematic. And realizing that has been really hard for me.
Have you ever considered rewatching your old content when you wanted to better your life, Roz? Instead of just giving yourself ass pats and grace, have you considered looking back at your old content when you wanted to live? And not saying that people were wishing you death because they said you may not make it to 40. Look at you here, where you acknowledge where you were at in life. I don't know what that word means, so I'm just going to nod. Dichotomy? Yes.
It's been really
Dichotomy? Oh, is that the word? I have no idea, y'all.
really hard. And I know there are a lot of people that think I'm some attention-seeking liar.
Why does nothing ever fucking change? What is this from? What is this from? 2 years ago. I know people call me an attention-seeking liar. It's a juxtaposition. Okay, Prez, you just used another big word to describe a big word to me.
Because of how I left feederism. And people are entitled to their opinions, but this is very real for me. And this is
over 2 years ago. Yes. And it's the same fucking sentence we just watched on her Instagram story from last night.
Isn't me saying fat people suck or that I hate my body now.
The contrast between two ideas. Thank you.
Or any shit like that, because that's not the truth. I think that I am beautiful. I believe fat is beautiful. But I believe that fat acceptance creates like this vacuum hole of self-justifications that for me, I will speak for myself, created almost delusions of my reality.
That was a lot of words for not saying shit. I'm telling you, she makes scripts and memorizes them. I agree.
And these are really hard and painful things for me to admit.
Why aren't you doing that after having gained 100 pounds, Roz? You are at the point where 450 pizza rolls in your fridge, you don't bat an eye. You're like, oh, we're good. I can have 36 at one time and be fine.
So before I talk about this anywhere else, I want to talk about this on my stories. Because I'm not talking about body neutrality. I'm not talking about self-love movements. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking specifically about fat activism.
Did she tag them? Yes.
And I just want to say there are certain creators that I've been watching that I'm going to tag in this slide. Because I feel like each of these creators handles these topics with dignity and respect and kindness.
They didn't ask her, well, abuse to beast, at least in my opinion. They didn't actually hold her accountable. It was just like, oh, poor thing.
And compassion. And depending on, you know, where I had been a few years ago, if I watched them, I don't know if I would have been as receptive as I have been as in recent
Jeff,
years.
get the fuck out of here. Jeff. There's a fucking fly. I'm going to fucking backhand it.
And I know this is going to piss off a lot of people.
Okay. She says it's going to piss us off. Everyone, brace yourselves.
And I'm probably going, and I have been getting a lot of unfollows for a while now. If you know anything about me, you know I don't give two shits about that.
I believe you at this point. You have, I think, 15 members and 10 of them are reaction channels.
Because I only want the people who get me to stick around anyway. So that's not really...
Don't belch in my direction, please.
Even important to me. But what's important to me
is that you guys look at my Amazon wish list. That is what fucking matters. Okay? You don't have to be a member, but look at my Amazon wish list. One of you, buy me the plunger. Yami, don't buy me chocolate that I put on there.
Is realizing just how much youth plays a factor, you know. I think even recently I've talked about how like my doctor says my blood work is basically like her exact words were, besides obviously my A1C, my blood work was immaculate.
Well, that's weird. I thought you had an autoimmune disease, Roz. That's weird. You mean your blood work was immaculate? That's peculiar. That's like Amberlynn Reed saying you're healthy, but you're overweight. If she only put in the effort to losing weight that she puts into trying to gain other people's audience, we wouldn't be here. She's healthy, but she's obese. Yeah, see? Y'all, same brain. I thought you had an autoimmune disease, Roz. But you have immaculate blood work minus your A1C? Okay.
And like, yeah, great. Good for me. Thankfully, I'm not more unhealthy than I already am. But that's only for now. And that's why in my day-to-day life, I've made a lot of lifestyle changes.
I'm having 30 pizza rolls instead of 60.
Not live like I once did. And I never...
She has chocolate on her Amazon wish list. She did, but then when it was bought for her, she threw the chocolate across the room dramatically. And she said the person was sexualizing her and that they were vile and that they were like the popular football player while she was the band geek in a lunchroom. Yeah. A1C is a big deal. What does that even mean? Except for this one thing that's wrong with me, there's nothing wrong with me. Which is more important to Roz, the money or the attention? Yes. Oh my fucking God, there's 600 of you guys in here. Thank you so much.
Never will again.
Not looking at it. Also, the low iron would have shown up. She did have, what did she say? Was it critically low? She used an interesting word. But I know she had to have infusions.
Now,
Immaculate.
am I in some big pursuit of some weight loss journey right now? The answer to that is no. I am in a lifestyle trajectory movement. My focus is on my habits.
Shut up, y'all. Oh my God, don't perceive me.
And my behaviors. And weight loss is gonna come with it, and I know that. And I'm not only am I like okay with that, I am like getting myself ready to work towards intentional weight loss. And I'm struggling to even talk about that right now because of my experiences in fat activism. Intentional.
Okay, at least it wasn't Girl World's fault back then. It was fat activism.
Weight loss.
Now she can't walk because it's Girl World's fault, and she can't do pre-recorded content, any of that.
Has been so demonized.
Oh my God, my boyfriend. Eek.
By me and my
beautiful
peers and the people around me for so long that I struggle to talk about my desire to pursue weight loss in any capacity because I feel like a hypocrite.
I mean, you are a hypocrite. That's fine.
What? What is that? That's ridiculous. I understand wanting to experience like places on the internet or life on the internet without constantly being like berated for your weight or like hearing about people's intentional weight loss journeys, whatever. Like I
think that's is the word allure. I think that's a drive. You know what word I'm looking for, but I can't think of it. For a lot of the women that went to paradise, since we are talking a little bit about paradise today, what it would be like when you are self-conscious to go somewhere where you don't feel judged.
Sympathize with that, but those echo chambers.
Appeal? Thank you, Zal. I think appeal's the word.
I feel serve more harm than good. It's a short-term relief of your mental health pains.
What is she saying?
I feel serve more harm than good. It's a short-term relief of your mental health pains with long-term consequences.
What the fuck are you? Okay, let's go back 20 or 30 seconds. I don't fucking know what she's saying.
Talk about my desire to pursue weight loss in any capacity because I feel like a hypocrite.
Uh-huh.
What?
Right, Kara?
What is that? That's
know.
ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
I understand wanting to experience like places on the internet or life on the internet without constantly being like berated for your weight or like hearing about people's intentional weight loss journeys, whatever. Like I sympathize with that, but those echo chambers, I feel serve more harm than good.
Okay, so you're saying that people that give ass pats to individuals are doing more harm than good. Okay. Good morning, Ren.
It's a short-term relief of your mental health pains with long-term consequences.
Okay, so people that are giving you ass pats about not losing weight aren't helping your end goal. Cool.
I am in a real long-haul healing journey.
You might have gained 150 pounds. It's a journey with a lot of bumps.
My actions and my words from here on out are here to reflect that. If people want to judge me from who I was back in April, from who I was last year, from who I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, that is not my problem.
Okay, then stop fucking watching us. I just watched your Instagram story. You're still doing it. Like Remy giving her ass pat. She has her echo chamber between the diva door.
I'm here to heal.
She's at a rest stop right now.
I'm not going to let anyone try to dictate my narrative other than myself.
Well, you are the dictator, so that makes sense.
This isn't some ploy or attention or anything other than accountability. This is really hard for me. And it's an ever-growing, ever-changing process.
Cool.
So I'm just going to go ahead and conclude this old-style Instagram rant. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Hi, guys. The ones that are still watching, you're the real ones.
This didn't age well? No, nothing. Well, I can't even say it didn't age well because it's the same conversation. Like, she literally started this with, I'm not a part of that. This is a healing journey. It's not a weight loss journey. It's the same conversation. You could have thought this was today if you would have made her face a little more full. How old is this? 2 years.
Or you just nosy, which, hey.
Over 2 years.
More power to you. I say all of that to say, this isn't some bullshit ploy for attention. This isn't some announcement that I'm about to turn into some weight loss account, anything like that. No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you didn't put that disclaimer on your channel because
what I'm saying is I'm having to really de-radicalize myself to allow myself the space
and grace. Over 2 years, I thought this was recent. I've been in and out of the room. Nope. This is from over 2 years ago.
To heal. I have to deconstruct beliefs that I built throughout my entire adulthood, and it's a weird place to be. I was really some, 23-year-old out here spouting bullshit online, thinking I knew everything, and thinking...
So is it possible that your 25-year-old boyfriend might be in a similar headspace where he doesn't know what the future looks like for him?
That I could, I guess, outsmart things that have been around for forever. And there are certain fundamentals that I really have to refocus.
Roz, I need you to just say, I don't know, 2 sentences. Summarize what the fuck you're thinking.
And gain control within myself on.
What's changed? The chair. The chair's changed.
And I think anyone that really knows me knows, I don't blame anybody else for my weight. And I don't see my weight as this huge, horrible thing. I do see it now for what it is, as an obstacle to overcome. Not for how I look. Not at all. But for my goals. For my mobility. For what I want from my life. I've got a long way to go. And I have no desire to enter any kind of rapid weight loss for the reason that
she talks a lot but says nothing. What a talent. It really is a skill. I kind of want to read the 7-page paper that she wrote in APA format because I bet it's a repetitive, just run-on sentence that you have no idea what the fuck it even means. I'm an island surrounded by who I wish to be, but I see a rescue boat coming to save me. Are you on the island? Are you the island? Are we the water? Do you want to be a reaction channel? What do you mean?
I kind of want to see what I can do in terms of salvaging my skin, but
oh, I think she means extra skin, salvaging her skin. I thought she meant she had a bumpy face. Make sure y'all are doing your skincare.
I kind of just want to take the like standard diet approach. You know, I don't want to do weight loss surgery. I don't want to do anything like that. So yeah, we're gonna see.
She could literally lose 5 to 10 pounds a week on a slight deficit for at least the first few months. She has so much to lose. Foxy, just wait till you hear what she has to say in this. She's talking about, or wait, is it another one or is it this one? It might be this one. No, I think it's another one. But she does talk about losing 10 pounds, I think, in a month, and full on panic. I'm losing weight too fast.
I'm not making any kind of like grand promises. Really, the point of this ramble was just to say that I really overcorrected throughout my 20s. And
she's saying she had that she had Anna.
I really doubled down, tripled down to the point that I landed in even more radical spaces online. And
the skinty spaces.
Because of those choices that I made. Because I decided to fall down those rabbit holes. I developed.
Yes, Cassie. Yes. Not the mama. Thank you for becoming a member. Please enjoy your blowy. She ain't lost nothing unless she's dropped a 10-pound note. She's lost the plot.
Diabetes by the age of 30. And I had been doing a really good job of reversing it. I was in 2021. I had reversed my pre-diabetes status. And then I made choices that landed me to where I'm at now. So don't be like me.
Cool. Okay, what are we doing next? Are we doing Pulpy's Can I Poop first? Talking about words I've said? Where are we going? Where are we going with this? Oh, no, that's a boil. Let's do Pulpy's Can I Poop first. Pulpy doesn't pause as much as me, so that's why I wanted to go to Pulpy's and not my own. Plus, I didn't want double me. Zing, thank you for the super chat. Every rabbit hole is a goal. Oh, I hear if you unmute it, that helps.
Let's get to shall we?
Okay.
Let's stay real. And this is fucking real right now.
It's fucking real.
She's real. She's the realest of the real.
Okay, I think this is the 10 pounds is too much.
Oh my goodness, it's the Obelix top. Shout out to Asterix and Obelix. You
is the Grandpa Joe.
Still have this top, girl. Good for you. This is a year ago.
Welcome to me. I want to start out.
We're gonna have a lot of Pulpy today, guys. Lots of. Where do I put these though? Pulpy, I am so sorry. I'm gonna have to hide your beautiful face, but like.
Bombshell has entered the villa.
This video with some really positive news.
Great.
But I need to also address that. I got some other stuff going on that I'm gonna.
Her hair looks nice here. Positives.
Briefly talk about, but first.
Oh my god, is this the bedroom of their house? Chad, I love a new background. I really do.
I want to start what I just found out about less than 10 minutes ago. I don't know if I fully talked about this, but I.
Oh, it might be too fast. I think Pulpy already has her sped up. Okay. 1.1. Let's see how that sounds.
I think in a previous vlog I did mention that my dog.
Oh, she's got a Fitbit
nope, still
too.
too
There's
fast.
so much going on here.
The Fitbit was a gift from Chris and Britt. Roz kept swimming with it and it ruined it.
Are we in the bedroom? Okay, so in this reality, Rosie does have sheets on the bed.
There's.
I think to daytime, Roz uses the sheets that Jeff's mom got her. Jeff's mom, the one that she went to the swinger karaoke bar with on the first date. Yeah, that one.
Office either didn't send it over or.
And a little low. Can I turn Pulpy up at all? No, I can turn myself down, but I think his video might be a little low. Let's see if he turns it up.
The blood work place didn't actually run my A1C. And so when I called and I updated my doctor and I told them what happened. And
because Pulpy seems like a good volume. That is so fast.
I asked them to send it over and I was assuming I was going to have to go back and draw more blood.
Now I have it on 1x speed though. Do I have to go slower?
Well, I guess because of what was already drawn, they were able to rerun like the same blood test
and
get my hemoglobin A1C. And as of today, I have reversed my diabetes. I am currently a pre-diabetic.
She's reversed her diabetes. What was her reference range? Less than 5.7. Cats for Nelson, thank you for becoming a member again. Please enjoy your blowies.
There you go. I wonder how modern day Rosie's going with the health stuff. We may never know.
I wish Roz would show us some labs, and I know it's not my business. I'm just nosy. I just want to see these labs.
Prior to this, my most
hasn't she unreversed it since this? Yes.
There's a blood work in October showed I had a 6.6. When I was diagnosed, I had a 6.8 A1C. And between getting on Mounjaro, I have been off metformin for months, by the way. I don't think
she spoke with a healthcare provider about getting off metformin. She just felt like her blood work was good enough, so she got off the metformin.
Updated you guys on that fact.
She's also no longer on Mounjaro, just FYI. Modern day
I want to know if she's still taking the expired Mounjaro.
Hey, Rosie, not
Thank you, Slinky.
on Mounjaro, apparently.
Frankly, I didn't want to hear it. I wanted the results to show me if I was right or not. I was. I felt like being on Mounjaro and metformin was overkill. I have, in the span of October to March, gone from a 6.6 to a 6.0. I'm currently a pre-diabetic.
I've also lost 40 pounds according to my doctor since October. Ah! See, back in the day, again, only last year, we were getting health updates about from Rosie. I wonder.
Okay, so y'all are going to be hearing in just a minute about 10 pounds too fast.
Whether or not we'll get them in modern day.
I'm sorry, she was injecting. No. The metformin, excuse me. I might have said Mounjaro. She had metformin. We don't know if it was from her hospital stay from last summer or if it was the metformin that she was prescribed back when she was on the Mounjaro a year prior to that. But she said she started taking it. No, she didn't have any lab work done, so she doesn't know what her A1C is. She's never taken her blood sugar. The glucometer, who is she? We don't know her, apparently. She just started taking it.
Probably not.
And due to my dietary changes, my lifestyle changes, and treating my diabetes, I'm on course to being completely a non-diabetic. And I don't think that would have happened if I had stayed in fat acceptance, if I had stayed in feeders and
she reached out to Zachary Michael saying that Zachary Michael helped her get away from all that.
Community, if I'd stayed in my old ways of thinking and understanding the world.
Now we're making content sitting in the kitchen 3 hours a day and making like snickerdoodles.
I love a snickerdoodle. Sorry.
Context.
I am so thankful and grateful right now. I am floored. I'm so excited about this. The reason I may not be a lot more jovial right now is because I found this out a couple hours after something's happened in my life. I wasn't going to allude to it at all. Hopefully by the time this vlog's coming out, I'll have more answers and I'll know whether or not, how much I'll actually share.
Wet, rotted chili.
Still wearing that dress and it's looking tight. Well, now we get a lot more titty, which I'm not upset about, but I know not all of you appreciate.
About the situation because it's so early on in the process, but I would be lying right now.
Yeah, not the sugar red sauce either, girl.
When Rimjob said that she smells fruity and sweet, we talked about it. Some fucking CSI Las Vegas. It's the diabetes, in my opinion.
We're just gonna add a pinch of sugar
She smells of stale pennies and diabetes.
here just to balance out the acidity of the tomato.
Right, boy?
If I didn't say that I was utterly terrified about something that I put together tonight. Based on the blood work that I got back, I was Googling and a certain word kept popping up and I'm not going to say what that word is right now.
Cancer. Roz thought she had cancer.
And I don't want to use this as like a way to like fearmonger on the internet.
Then she got mad at patients that were at an oncology appointment because it was taking too long.
Or sadfish or anything. I'm just really, really scared because I realized that I've been dealing with something that I have like 11 out of the 16 symptoms of. And
do you remember in that last video we just fucking watched where she said she had immaculate blood work minus her A1C?
A couple symptoms that I didn't even...
Don't make me guess.
Well, Nudie, since you're here, let's talk. How did you feel about the oozing fupa?
No worse symptoms that I've been having for a while, and the majority of these symptoms have been happening in heightened rates over the past 1 to 2 years. And recently some of these symptoms have been happening as of the past couple weeks.
My brain wants to...
She was Googling, girl. Yes, please. I know it can be scary, but try not to worry until you have something to worry about. I know that seems like terrible advice, but please try not to worry until you have something to worry about. Dr. Google can be quite dangerous. Just wait till you talk to a healthcare provider.
Say heart disease, and that's not me being judgmental. That's me getting to know Rosie,
And I will be bringing it up with my doctor when I...
Is it BPD?
See her on Friday. It just became Thursday morning. It's like Thursday at 1 o'clock in the morning as I'm filming this, Thursday the 21st of March. And so I'll be going over blood work with her and I'll be requesting specific blood.
Cats away, honestly. For those of you who have continued watching and might be new to Rosie, watching Rosie's dumpster fire content fills me with joy. Very different energies.
More back, I may talk about it, hopefully from the standpoint of, oh, I was crazy and Dr. Google freaked me out. Spoke to 2 different people.
See? Look. Dr. Google freaked me out.
My mom and a best friend.
Oh, really?
Hi, just got here. What is this video from? Okay, so Pulpy did this reaction 9 months ago. He said that the video was from a year prior, so August time frame of 2024.
Maybe witchy. I can see it.
It's been confirmed to me that I'm not crazy and that my fears are valid and my concerns are valid. And so I'm not going to speak much further on it right now because it's so new to me processing it. I don't think that that is wise for me therapeutically speaking. I don't think it's wise.
Yeah, you guys, I'm not going to sad bait on the internet, but let me tell you about all of these potential things with a brand new diagnoses that I think I have.
The answer is if you tell her a diagnosis, she's going to say she has it. We've come up with Elemento. It only happens to 0.0046 of the world. Roz has it.
Girl.
For me.
No medication is effective, but if you sniff PTP flower, whatever it's called, it'll save you. All you have to do is sniff it, and it'll cure your ailments.
On a standpoint,
and dick. Dick is the other cure.
Like some people on the internet, I don't have any desire to sadfish for attention or use something that is a possibility of a health scare for clickbait.
She never does that. When have you guys ever seen Roz health scare clickbait, medical diagnosis clickbait, my peen flares, my goodies powder, my Ativan, my weed, all these things?
You guys, I've just been going through some things and I don't really want to talk about it, but you know, I got to given a list of like 16 possible like things that might...
What about, is it Stuv W? It's more rare. Oh, you're right. She probably does have that then.
Might have to do with the diagnosis, and I ticked like 11 of them. And, you know, I'm just realizing they're more and more frequent. Girl, what the actual fuck? Of course you're sad fishing. That's what this is.
Because I think that's really fucked up and irresponsible to do. You know,
So here she could acknowledge it was fucked up that she made everything about her health, that she shouldn't, as she said, fearmonger the internet or Google all of these things. Today, it's like all of my things are getting worse. Help me. I need somebody. Me.
Remember, one of my first non-scale pictures I ever shared with you guys was I used to have those brown streaks on the sides of my neck.
Today we have those back. Hi, Wicked. We have those back. I get very confused. Is it dirt or is it diabetes? And we also have a lot more skin tags. Not a lot more, but we definitely have about 4 more skin tags. And y'all have kind of led me, talk to your healthcare provider, that additional skin tags can be a side effect of the diabetes.
And it was one of my first vlogs I like showed side by sides, and I was thinking about that the other day.
Bury that, Lottie.
Because that was one of the first things that cleared up when I started working on my health journey. As a fat person sharing my health journey, sharing my experiences, I get so much shit in the comments about, bananas have too much sugar, you shouldn't be eating this, shouldn't be eating that. It's like, there's one thing about me that I'm not going to tolerate. It's like food policing in my comments because I know what the fuck I'm doing. And
Roz knows what she's doing. She knows everything about macros and protein. She really does speak like Amber Lip Reed.
Getting this
modern day Rosie, chime in, hun.
Blood result test back today showed me that I'm right. That
hey, Nikki.
the way that I've been managing these responses from people has been good, and just reminding myself that balance is the key here. And the extremist viewpoint of like, you can't even eat fruit if you're diabetic. Like, no.
Speaking for me and me alone under the guidance of a doctor.
You know how much fruit I eat in a day? It's a lot.
So much. She makes cobblers and jams, compotes.
She does strawberry compote, or is it apple, for hurricane prep.
I eat a good amount of fruit. And I balance it out with protein.
And sugar.
And I...
Tell me your A1C today. What does it look like?
Eat carbs. I eat bread. But
bitches need carbs, famously said on the internet. Agreed. I used to demonize bananas and potatoes all the time, but that's because I was setting myself a very low macro goal on...
The trick, Nudie Cutie, is eating 5 pounds of cheese in 2 weeks. That is the real trick of managing your diabetes. Don't listen to me. I'm joking, but...
carbohydrates, because I had a hard relationship with sugars, and I was interested to see what would happen to my body if I just like cut that down real low.
Potato.
Now, also on like a calorie deficit, but I'm a little bit like less rigid about the macros.
By portion control.
I know nothing about calories and or macros and stuff. I know mustard has like 5 calories. That's the extent of my knowledge.
And the Monterey.
Oh yes, that's true. 13 pounds of ketchup in a month. Not the sugar-free ketchup, not any of that. 13 pounds of ketchup. Diabetes.
Helping me so much, and I'm so thankful. And I am nervous to see what happens in the future. You know, I have been laid off. I may not always have access to this medication. That is a scary thought to think. We'll have to wait and
Mustard has no calories. See, I'm doing great. No idea.
see, right? And then I'll just have to control it from there with my diet. But, you know,
I don't think she has access to anything at the moment, right?
I lived my life as a pre-diabetic for over a decade, from like literally the age of 18 until 30, 31.
Anna Panda,
So,
thank you so much for the compliment,
you know,
honey. I appreciate it.
I'm back. I was able to course correct. I did that.
And how quickly we fell off the health wagon.
No one else did that for me.
Was it the other
She did that.
one?
I remember when like Fat Acceptance Internet, Peter's Internet tried to cancel me because I went on a little rant and I didn't word it the best at the time. When I talked like I'm gonna reverse my diabetes, and they like clipped my Instagram story and they were all angry because you know, at the end of the day, like not everyone can reverse their diabetes. Obviously, if you're type 1, you can't reverse it. But if you're a type 2 and it is related to your weight and you haven't let it go too far, it is possible.
I mentioned this a lot. Even if she loses weight at this point, I think there's probably something she's done to her body that you can't reverse.
You absolutely can. By treating your diabetes and
She's exhausting. She really can take it out of you. That's why we have buddies in the chat.
diet. I mainly did diet. I didn't really do exercise this whole time. I've just started implementing that shit. Like, just by the dietary changes.
Weight loss surgery can also reverse type 2 diabetes. Uh-huh.
And acknowledging your health concerns. Like, boom, you're right there. I want to be
Fuck
more
yeah,
happy about
Tracy.
this. I would be jumping for joy right now if I just did.
PSA, as a pancreatic cancer survivor, I now know that type 2 diabetes can be a precursor. Tell your doctor to check your pancreas. Typically, they do not. Oh, Summer, I hope you are doing well, and thank you for that.
spend
Y'all,
most-
make sure you're doing your annual lab work. Get your bits checked, get your bops checked, have them check out your booty hole, have them check out your titties, your vagine, do all the good things.
of my night.
How low did you go on carbs, Pulpy? Crimes. I was on like 50 grams a day. It was crazy. Like I was to the point where all of my carbohydrates were coming from.
Crying and terrified. So
It was primarily like chicken breast, tuna. Not
until no
great.
more. Because
It wasn't not great. It did its job, but like it was very low.
I can't talk about this good news without addressing like why I look like the way I do in my face and why I don't look more excited and I look a little dead in the eyes. That's what happens
You look the same as you always do. Your hair looks more clean here.
when I've been like in a state of being
I mean, that might be dry shampoo right here, to be fair.
triggered and scared and overwhelmed. I spent a lot of today resting. I even took a nap, which is why I'm still awake.
I'm shocked. Roz took a nap. She's resting?
After my walking vlog, which will be the video before this one, I came home. And even though I'd woken up at like 4 p.m., I fell asleep not long after it. I just like slept through the night basically.
Her hair looks so much more thick here. Hi, it is what it is. Oh, I am so sorry. I hope you're also taking care of yourself, and I'm so sorry.
Woke up around like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. And then
Look at her hair, though. It looks so much more thick and it has so much more body.
you know, I am struggling to
Cruella,
sleep right now
yes.
because my cortisol levels are very high right now. I can feel that.
How do you know?
And my stress is very high. My anxiety is kind of high. Also, yesterday I
Skinny about 9 months. No, probably like a year, full 12 months.
went to, well, this past day. So this morning at like 10 a.m. I went to the meeting about like my laid off, where we basically got like being laid off and we got
Exactly. Sludges, Lottie. Yeah.
to ask questions.
Yeah.
We basically open the floor to ask questions.
Yeah. You wanna talk to me about like a cheesecake inspired dessert that's mostly cottage cheese protein powder and like
Sounds healthy.
Remote people. I don't even know if I mentioned this here, but months ago we got an email from like the
She looks annoying, pretty, while being
head of our
annoying.
company basically telling us that they were going to be dramatically downsizing like
She can smell cortisol just like salt and sugar.
remote working. And I panicked and I reached out to my supervisor, and I was the dummy who believed her when she told me that, oh, you know, that's not going to affect us. Like that's
Hi, Saifu. Is the entire stream quiet? I'm at 50% on my speaker, so I don't know. Am I deaf? I think it's Roz on Pulpy's stream is a little bit quiet.
what's for other stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. So it's a slow rollout thing, and I should have seen it coming. I should have realized. I just didn't want to believe it. I've got a lot of ups and downs happening right now. A lot of wins. I'm going through all of this insanity, and I'm not binging.
We don't say that word over here anymore. It's overindulgence of nom noms.
It's crazy, man. I was watching a TikTok and someone was making a milkshake, and I was just like, I like cringed at a milkshake. Who am I?
well, you're not the same girl now because we saw what you were doing with that heavy cream the other day.
She's drank curdled milk. Y'all, if you didn't see that back in the day, I mean, it hasn't been that long, but it was Diet Coke with a whole shit ton of heavy whipping cream that was expired and then lime juice.
Who am I?
She was chewing on her dirty sody.
Oh, can I slow her down? Yes, I can. There we go.
The fuck is that? I used to fucking guzzle with motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Was a funnel involved. Asking for a friend. I'm my friend.
Anyway, today my brother came home with a bunch of stuff from
Chewing?
Publix. He had like some cheese danishes, some kind of cinnamon sugar pastry, full sugar lemonade, all these things out. And I was looking at these things, and like Publix bakery treats are one of those things that like, I don't care how much my diet's changed, I'm always gonna fucking want some of that shit. That shit's so good.
Hey, changed.
I do love a pastry.
Thank you guys. Sorry for dumping. Please don't apologize ever for that. No.
Personally, love a pastry.
And
Pain au chocolate. Oh, so good. The French really have a way with words too.
My brother was in his room, and so I turned to my mom and I was like, "Hey, mom." She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "When Levi comes out here, can you like talk to him and figure out a solution on like where he can put those things so they're not out on the counter, so they're like hidden, and I don't know where."
I think that would be great now. Although his food is her food in today's time, it is difficult to try to change your health or your eating habits when somebody else in your house doesn't have the same eating habits as you. What a difference. Like Roz was talking to healthcare providers, she was following up, she was going off of recommendations.
They are, because like I don't want to get triggered one night and eat one, because I will, like, because I know he wouldn't care that much, because like we share food in this house, you know, like I've mentioned in.
To be fair, it is one of the most logical and best steps if you have the capacity to remove all of the foods that make life hard from your house. Like, it's a good way of doing it.
I was like, I buy him stuff, and then like if he buys things, for example, like the Hershey, I talked about the Hershey Kisses in a video. I'll just like grab a little, like I'll take little bits of things, like, you know.
Y'all, she panic ate a bag of marshmallows. I think that was her words. Panic ate.
We kind of have like a mutual unspoken respect thing of like, you know, if it's someone else's food, you don't finish it, but like we can all kind of like share. And if it's a special,
and if it's one, 3 almonds
thing, like
I didn't finish it. There were still 3 almonds. It's plenty. He could have had those.
Specialty product or like a takeout thing, like then you don't eat it. You know what I mean? Like,
do you mean like a trolley Mountain Dew where you killed your brother's case of Mountain Dew? If it's a specialty thing, you don't touch it?
It's all about balance.
I'm sorry.
Why does one panic eat marshmallows? Because she was going to be receiving or going into one of the two, her autism assessment or the results from the assessment.
Curious about the bed.
Finally, like actually verbalize that instead of just thinking it to myself and being like, oh no, I shouldn't, whatever.
Her skin looks better.
I'm no longer diabetic. I'm a pre-diabetic. I'm 0.3 away from being a non-diabetic.
Is that how that works? I don't know. Oh, someone left me a great comment. I'm going to take a moment to read it to you guys because I thought it was a really interesting comment I hadn't thought about. Hold on. If I were me, where is it? Someone was talking about in relation to like Jehovah's Witnesses and stuff. Where is it? That's about links. Okay, keep talking, Roz, while I look.
Intermission or a diabetic intermission, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know
found it. Walk with me on this. Jehovah's Witnesses are told to go door to door, not to recruit others, but to expose the young people doing it to harsh, unwelcoming reactions. This is done to further insulate them into their religion. And this is me not understanding. I'm not familiar with Jehovah's Witness, so this is just from a commenter, but I wanted to share it with you guys. The reality is that people don't like random strangers knocking on their door or trying to come into their home. It's intrusive no matter who the solicitor is. Here's the point I want to make. Roz is exposing Remy to her viewers, both fans and nots, and intentionally leaving in the weird and or problematic things he's saying. She knows damn well this is going to get a negative reaction from some people because Remy is saying things that are misogynistic, sexist, and a little homophobic, claiming their cis-hetero relationship is queer, his weird rant about gender roles and expression confusing gender and sexuality. These are things that he should be allowed to learn and explore without public scrutiny because it's normal to get it wrong when you first start out. Rosie knows the comments will be bad. She wants Remy to see them. It will solidify the already forming us versus them mentality she's feeding him. Feeding. Them as a couple versus the haters. The worst part is he seems to like and reciprocate this. I was like,
The phrase, but sure, girl. I wonder where things are right now.
I'm going to call, look, if my A1C is actively not then at the end of the day, that's what I'm going for. And here's the bottom line. Once I hit that, it's not going to be like a free-for-all. It's not going to...
I prefer seeing her in the kitchen. Cara, to be fair, same. The bedroom has a lot less like fun stuff.
Not our fault. Listen, all you women in chat, those who identify as women, don't none of you take a leadership role, okay?
Stuff in the background for me.
Those are masculine.
To look at.
Be like, oh, now I can do whatever the fuck I want. You know, think I may, you know, be a little more lenient in terms of like how I...
Oh, it is considered a mission? There you go. Rancid, slightly stained chair towel chuckle fuck.
What a name. I don't get the correlation. I'm not familiar, but as far as like his part, I was like, that's interesting.
Great name, by the way.
Treat myself, but I'm not...
Not the chair towel.
I'm not going to be giving this up. I remember how sick I got when I...
Do I have to resign as a supervisor of 2 men? I hear that's the case, and don't even think about woodwork. No whittling. Get that wood out of here.
Developing diabetes. Like, I was literally walking with a cane because I couldn't...
That cane, by the way, if you don't know the lore, was Rain. Playing it with a pallet. Roz wasn't using it. Rain was saying, hey, if you're having difficulties, use it so you can at least get up. Make your life a little easier. Use it. And Roz decided to do an interview with the cane. And have y'all seen it since? Have y'all seen her use a cane? Just wondering.
Keep myself upright.
Well, now she's not walking at all. She's scooting around on a wheelie chair.
And then I
don't mean to say wheelie chair as in wheelchair. I mean to say like desk chair. Computer chair? Gaming
chair?
What do we call it?
People on the internet saying that I was faking being disabled and faking needing mobility aids when I was
faking needing mobility aids. When Roz was in Texas, did she bring her rollator? Just wondering.
Actually sick. And I was being attacked for trying to figure out my health and so many other things on top of just, you know.
I mean, she does walk.
Are you out of your mind, Mr. Ranger? A new cordless jigsaw?
To the linen pantry. You're right.
Federal internet horse shit. And so for me to be sitting here right now in this moment, it feels really
office chair. Okay.
Fucking good. For so many reasons. And the truth is, one of those reasons is the petty part.
She used Rain's cane the same way she used those headphones and glasses when she was trying to lie her way to an autism diagnosis. She is the caricature of what she assumes disability looks like, what autism looks like. She puts on a costume. If it looks good for this, she's going to use it.
I mean, it's like, nerd. I was right. And yeah, I was. I'm gonna stop rambling. I will be checking in with you guys on Friday. I wasn't gonna film today.
It's great that this version.
I just bought a carving axe. I don't have carving axes, but I have like 2 throwing axes. Does that make it is that a manly role according to Rim Job?
Of Rosie managed to get or reverse herself back down to pre-diabetes. The larger conversation is that, like, unfortunately, super morbid obesity or obesity level 4 or whatever, stage 4, however you want to discuss it, comes with more comorbidities than just diabetes. There's heart disease and kidney disease.
You're making too much sense, Pulpy. We don't bring logic into these conversations. Get that out of here.
And liver function issues and like everything. There's everything. And you can sit here and say, and I get it. I get the argument that
I hate that kind of gloating. I always get secondhand embarrassment.
Well, skinny people can get it too. But girl, if you are actively participating in a lifestyle that is going to make your future life harder because your organs fucking hate you, reevaluate.
I really did want to encapsulate this moment. Because I couldn't not look. I got a notification of the blood work lab completed at like literally 1:02 or 1:04 in the morning. Like 1:02, 1:03 in the morning.
Remy should avoid the topic of mask versus femme because if he dives in too deeply, he doesn't hold up well. I just think gender is it's a construct. Dress how you want to dress. Express yourself how you want to express yourself.
And I was like, I have to look. So hopefully I'm not right about what I think I'm right about, but I tend to be right about these things.
Oh, are you? Is that like when you went into an autism diagnosis? I'm so sorry, microphone. With headphones and sunglasses, they told you no? Is that like when you went to a rheumatologist because you had elevations in certain labs and they were like, this is weight related because you're right? Is that it, Raz? And this is when Roz thought it was a cancer scare, right? She tends to be right about these things. What?
Hopefully, I'm not.
She's been obese most of her life and 500 pounds since she left high school. Even if she lost the weight, her may have issues from the strain over years. Emily, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Not right
and the wet lung has me concerned
about what I think I'm right about, but I tend to be right about these things.
I don't know what Rosie's current health conversation is. I would be very interested to know just
that she's desperate for resources and that she's taking expired metformin.
again,
Well, she was. She might have discontinued it.
and for context. But I'm assuming there's probably not a lot of conversation.
Help me out here, Kara. You know I'm bad at things. What does that mean? What's that? I feel like we've looked it up before, but I don't know what it means.
Around the health stuff, because at the moment it's just all about like
She just knows she is suffering. Stop picking at her when she smiles, talking about her suffering.
food.
Like, I have a morbid sense of humor, but
So probably not really paying attention to that.
Because I don't just like look at a couple things and go, oh my God, I have that. Like, I do a lot of research and
trans exclusionary radical feminists.
And a lot of fact checking, and then
bigots. Okay.
I go to multiple people, and then of course, I get doctor's confirmation. So.
But what happens when the doctor doesn't give you the answer you want? You're so quick for instant gratification that you don't give a fuck as long as it's what you want to hear. Instead of accepting the truth or what might lead you to answers, you cry and call people incompetent or unintelligent.
Fucking A, am I nervous? Thank you to everyone who's been so supportive of me in my journey and understanding that this is
Chat, we can do another one.
way.
Oh, if there's time. We've still got half of this.
marathon, not a
Calm down.
sprint.
Calm down.
And I fucking did it, dude.
She calls them names. Yes.
I did it.
This one also didn't age well.
I will say, I feel like Mounjaro's been far more effective for my diabetes than metformin. Anyway.
So when you were taking Mounjaro as prescribed, it was working. It was the most effective thing that was going on in your world. You discontinued it at 8 weeks because it stopped you from being able to fulfill your food schmushmiction. But it was helping.
It's still not done. I don't know why she's talking like she's wrapping it up. She's still got 13 minutes left.
I thought she said she didn't like it. At week 8, she said that it was bad.
Thank you guys. Hey friends, so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a part of my doctor's appointment that happened today. I filmed in the car talking about some
Have fun, Kara.
of the other major stuff, and I'm
Where are we now? Why is there a mobile behind you? Is that a mobile or a dream catcher? Is that a mobile made with dream catchers?
waiting on
Yeah, she likes to slam her face into it sometimes, Pulpy. I don't know if you've seen that. Sometimes she'll just run into it, but her facial expression doesn't change. She just like face smacks it.
some follow-ups and stuff, so you might see this
No, it's just a
Hi, Fatness. I hope you're having a fantastic day.
dream catcher. Don't mind me.
before I fully like break down that situation. But I wanted to talk about a specific portion of my doctor's appointment that I was just thinking about again. I was talking with my current doctor, my PCP, that I have talked about not being happy with in the past and feeling frustrated by for certain
Stephen, there are a lot of shapes going on at the moment. Yes.
reasons. And my appointment today and just some of the stuff I've been going through and how she spoke with me today made me kind of
She kind of looks like a stick person. Like there's just a straight line and then a head. You know?
have to take a moment and like realize that maybe I need to reevaluate myself a little bit and humble myself a little bit. And
Okay, y'all ready for this? 10 pounds too much. Good morning, Joda. Did I miss all the good stuff about the documentary? We talked about it briefly in the beginning, yes.
kind of reflect on my perspective from where I was coming from with previous appointments versus like how I've been growing and changing.
Oh, Decibel, thank you for the tag. And anytime, honey. I love watching people on the internet. For me, it was
Hold on. I'm sorry, Pulpy. Hey, how are you doing? I hope you've been doing well. I know she's been hiding you from the world recently, Nick, but I hope you're doing well under there. I hope you're getting nice and scrubbed, but good day.
basically I hadn't recognized how like angry and kind of depressed and like self-destructive I'd been until like COVID kind of happened, and then that kind of flipped everybody's world upside down. And I was like,
Tiny human or animal?
huh, do I want to be like this person for the rest of time, or do I want to like maybe learn some stuff and like try to fix some stuff that's not working for me? And then I did.
Man, I was the opposite. COVID introduced me to all the DoorDash apps and shit.
And it took a real long time, but that's okay.
Because we were talking about Manjaro, we were talking about my weight, we were talking about, well, not even really, I'll get to that in a second.
Hi, Bunches.
But mainly about the Manjaro.
Okay, y'all, I'm going to leave y'all with Pulpy. I feel like you're safe in his hands. I got to get water and open the door for Bunches.
The national shortage, the dosing, and
oh, wait, shit.
come to find out.
We're going to hear about the 10 pounds. Okay, I'll talk about it when I get back.
That she never sent a 10 milligram Manjaro prescription. Worker that I spoke with.
It's always, there's always a fucking administrative issue with these girls, I swear.
Misspoke, or there was a miscommunication of some kind.
Right.
10 milligram was never sent. She actually sent another 5 milligram script, apparently,
Hey,
because
Tara,
she's planning to keep me on the same dose. And when she weighed me today, on the scale, I'm back to 459, and from when I hit that a little bit ago. And she told me, I didn't even realize this. She told me that in between doctor's appointments that I had with her, I had dropped 40 pounds.
Right.
I had a 40-pound loss in 4 to 5 months. When we were talking about the Manjaro and the dose increase, and I was explaining to her that based on what I was told, they're looking like they're more than likely getting the 7.5 in before the 5. She was like, well, I mean, we can do that, but I'm worried about putting you on the 10 because at this rate of how you're going, I'm worried about you losing weight too quickly.
Uh-huh.
When she said that to me, I kind of just went like, oh, like, that's really great. That is something that, as a fat person, I respect so much, because a lot
Not as a fat person.
of the validity of with which we talk about fat phobia in medical settings is that, like, as long as you're losing weight, you're happy. They don't even really necessarily care how you're doing it. And my doctor's not like that. My doctor is conscious of the rate of the weight loss, how it's going. She's very happy with the juxtaposition between my 2 blood works. There was another part of this situation though that I'll get to in a moment, but she and I in that conversation, and I feel like today she was very receptive, like, because I also brought up a major concern that I'm getting a referral for and I have an appointment for, and I'm going to try to get handled before my insurance runs out, just so that way I know either way. Do you really
help me out here? Don't they say like a healthy, I don't know, talk to your healthcare provider, but is 2 to 3 pounds weight loss a week unhealthy? Is that like staggering amount of weight?
listened, and I felt like she was really educated in what she was talking about, and
Doctor, yep.
I realized that I think some of my own internal stuff was getting in the way of.
Is it true that Roz was only on the show for less than minutes, and here I am thinking this girl is the main person talking about Paradise? She was on the show for less than 2 minutes. It was about 1.5 minutes. Not at that size. No, she's super morbidly obese. No, that's good. 1 to 2 is average. No, depends on your current weight and health status. For a regular obese person, they generally don't want more than 2 pounds a week. For the average person, they want you to aim for between 1 to 2 pounds. Okay, so 10 pounds at 500 for 4 months. So 40 pounds. That may not be shocking, maybe?
My own care.
I don't know.
And after working on it today,
Damn it.
with the fact that I'm going to be losing my insurance, with the fact that my life is in upheaval right now, I have decided that I'm going to cancel the new doctor's appointment. The new doctor does seem great. If I ever do end up switching them in the future, I may
40 pounds is still a good amount of weight off in that time.
Do that. But I was really impressed with how it was handled today. I was really impressed.
This is a lot of words for I went to my doctor and we're increasing our medication. Instead of going up to 10 grams, we're going up to 7.5 because they're concerned that I might be losing weight too quickly. In that conversation, and we've had that conversation for a couple of times, Ambi fucking loves to have that conversation as to
Is it gallbladder?
reasons why she just stops doing things that are working. She doesn't want to lose weight too quickly. Acknowledging like the gallbladder sludge and the stones and all of that stuff. Like, I don't know how every fucking medicine works, girl. Like, listen to your doctors. sure, but like 40 pounds lost over 4 or 5 months is
At 500 pounds.
10 pounds a month, which seems like the strong end of a calorie deficit, but not a crazy amount.
Her acknowledgement of
But she's also 500 pounds.
that.
Now she's what? I don't know. I'm at 550. Not me, but like my guess for her is 550.
Because we were discussing the different vitamin deficiencies and everything, and
Girl.
she was telling
Oh boy.
me that we were going over all the different details, and I forgot what I asked her. I think it was just in relation to like
575. Some of y'all are determined she's over 600. I have to say 550. You know what? I'm gonna give her that.
why I could even be having these deficiencies, and she was like, well, honestly,
620, 600.
What did she say you were deficient in, girl?
Iron.
This can be pretty common in people who are severely overweight or whatever.
Yeah, it's because your diet's fucking shit and you're not getting vitamins and nutrients in your food, so you should be on a supplement, which is, on its face, I understand the argument, but girl, if all you're eating is fucking like cinnamon
Disco. It's not unusual for an obese person to initially lose more than 1 to 2 pounds a week, but that settles down if a person has realistic, responsible cut.
rolls and
The biggest I was 263. And yeah, initially, especially when I cut out the soda and stuff, I was dropping, and then you hit like that plateau.
like cream. Yeah, you're probably missing out on some vitamins and some nutrients. What's the potassium levels like? We eating a banana every day?
And I said, oh, okay. And me 6 months
Sure.
ago, not let alone a year, 3 years ago, 6 months ago would have been upset by that, would have been triggered by that, would have been hurt by that, would have been possibly even angered by that. I don't know 6 months ago if I would have been angry. I mean, I think a year, 2, 3 years ago, I would have been
I totally zoned out on what she was saying. Focus.
dismissive. I would have been angry.
You're gonna get angry at a doctor to tell you that your like vitamins and minerals are low. Weird take, but okay.
I can't picture you at 260.
But she was just being honest, and she was just telling me what I needed to hear, and I was able to process it in the moment.
Hi, you're deficient
Sharp in court.
in most likely iron.
She was really low in iron. She had to get the infusions.
I don't know you, Rosie. I know what I watch of you sitting in that chair eating like
I think this is, I don't know, an alien with a really long neck. Oh, maybe a bird. Maybe that's a beak, but I see a face here and a chin. It's either a bird or a face with a long neck.
the Dickens. You're probably low on iron. You're probably low on magnesium. You're probably low on potassium. You're probably high on sodium. You're probably high on vitamins C, maybe A. You've probably got no vitamin K. Like, you're probably low. Well,
Yeah, I think she was low in vitamin K too. Good call, Bobby.
actually
Good
high
guess,
on
good
calcium
guess.
considering the dairy, but maybe not so much because K absorption, etc. I'm not a fucking professional, but girl, chat, this is for you. Don't get mad at a doctor who tells you you have a vitamin deficiency. It's okay. Like,
Okay, see? Y'all see a weird creature back here.
literally everybody does. Unless, like, there.
You think it's a map? A map to where? Terabithia?
There's a scientific diet out there to
I think, okay, if it's a bird, look, it's got the little fluff at the top of its head and an eyeball.
meet like minimum standards of vitamins and minerals, and even then, it's not for everybody because everybody's life is fucking different.
And just like, okay, that's a part of this. The other part of my blood work that I haven't really talked about publicly on the internet, because I frankly don't want unsolicited advice. I don't want people are already food policing me in my comments, and it will always irritate the shit out of me. Always. I fucking cannot stand food police. Like, get a job that pays. You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up. When it comes, I could rant about that for days.
If you're going on a health journey on your channel, I have a feeling a lot of people are going to share their opinions. I'm 5'9", Prez.
I got my blood work.
If you don't want your food policed, don't make content about it on the internet. And that's not even about policing. If you don't want people's opinions about anything, don't make content on the internet. That's the long and short of it. It doesn't matter whether or not it's cooking or eating or puzzles or video games or adventuring or like anything. It doesn't
411?
matter. If you don't want criticism about something,
Listen, I'll get things off the top shelf if you grab them for me if I drop something.
don't make content on the internet.
Done for the first so back in October, for the first time I had elevated cholesterol levels. Both the happy and the bad cholesterol were not where they needed to be. And then she brought up
Buns, I have perfect
statins.
Shocking that it is heart disease, motherfucker. Bingo me.
And the bad cholesterol were not where they needed to be. And then she brought up statins.
Shocking that it is heart disease, motherfucker. Bingo me.
Well, maybe talk to her doctor, but I wouldn't be surprised. Just heart stuff can lead to the sounds that her body makes.
Cholesterol's a scary one.
Cholesterol were not where they needed to be. And then she brought up
eat your eggs, chat.
Statins, and I didn't want to do it.
Dang tall scars. Dang scars tall. I better triglyceride. Oh my gosh, Mr. Bella.
Statins, the things you put in your heart to open them up. Statins? Is that statins? No. Stems? Stains. Stents. I'm thinking stents. Don't mind me.
I've made all these different changes and all these different things. And then both of them went in the right direction by 1 point. So in this whole time. So pretty much all this shit dramatically improved. My white blood cells improved. All of these different things improved. The vitamin blood panel was.
So you are saying when you were actively losing weight that your blood work started to look better?
Statins are a class of prescription drug that lower cholesterol. Oh, that's why she was talking about it. By reducing the liver's cholesterol production and increasing cholesterol removal from the blood. Oh, okay. Learned something new today, chat. Good me. Good me. Oh, bad me. Bad words me.
For the first time, but everything
good for me.
Everything else improved dramatically, but the cholesterol didn't. And so she brought it up again today, and I looked at her and I'm like, you know what? I haven't been trying. I haven't done my research. I haven't tried any like natural routes to try to lower my cholesterol before.
Poppy, I almost made the exact same face. You could manage what you were eating. How about you maybe get rid of some of those processed foods, start embracing some whole foods, listen to your doctor's recommendations.
You were on a medication.
Going on a statin.
Right,
oh,
Foxy?
okay. This was all beforehand. I mean, the like diet has a big.
I'm 5'6", but I sneakily say I'm 5'7" to book more work sometimes.
Like part to play in cholesterol and I mean, I guess exercise as well.
Not beating the sibling allegations. Poppy's much nicer than I am, in my opinion.
There's obviously a lot of conversation between
how tall is Roz? She's 5'6".
Healthy cholesterols and unhealthy cholesterols. I'd be curious to know whether or not Rosie consumes as much butter as Chantal. Something
yes
makes me think that's not humanly possible. But like deep fried food, like oil is right there. Bad cholesterol, boom bang, right to the heart.
I was like, give me this 6. I will seriously consider this the next time we have this conversation. If you give me this time to research, see what possible natural supplements can help with that, what things I can do in my diet to promote better cholesterol. Because it's like at the end of the day, am I going to give up my bacon? No.
Okay.
Am I going to give?
Then don't be surprised when people comment in your chat about quote unquote food policing when you have bad lab work, but you're not making changes to fix it.
If you're not going to change your diet or lifestyle, expect things.
You're 14 and a half?
Not to change then.
I used to wish I was shorter. I still don't wear heels.
Cholesterol's kind of.
But I also walk like a drunk baby gazelle, to be fair, if I wear them.
Very impacted by those things.
But my egg yolks? No. So what can I do to help in these departments?
I know it's an inconvenience to give up egg yolks. And like that's a whole conversation about good versus bad cholesterol, etc., etc. But really, girl, I think at this point in time, it's probably like deep fried shit that is impacting it the most.
That's
again, this is Rosie in the past. Rosie in the present, just a fun time gal in a desk chair scooting around the kitchen.
That's kind of where I'm at with that right now. And then it's like, if I am not doing it in that way on my own.
Eating her egg yolks are a healthy cholesterol. Well, she said her LDL and her HDL were elevated.
Within these parameters, then I will consider getting on a statin for my cholesterol.
Right.
Because I feel like I'm young enough right now that I have the flexibility to do this.
What about now? Is it rude to say you're running out of time? Probably, but it's true.
And, she explained what the risks are for the high cholesterol. I mean, I think we all know. And
Heart disease, bad thing.
it's high. I'm not going to sit here and like try to downplay it too much or whatever, but it's not like off the charts, like crazy, like concerning high, but it's enough to be like, we should get you on like some kind of solution for this.
Right.
Because
I think if you're having conversation about prescription medication to put you on something like cholesterol, it might be high enough to be concerned. No?
I'm just going to follow my doctor's orders. Rosalind, fuck off. You just got to tell her, go to bed. Or make a bunch of gagging noises, because when she watches Milky Chai, what's the word? Emetophobia? She pretends she has emetophobia. And when she's not watching her, she'll gag, say vomit, everything else. But we try to gag in here regularly to just ward off the evil Roz.
Yeah, maybe.
she explains the statin as like basically making the blood less sticky. I think something about sticky.
Oh, not sticky blood.
Talks about stickiness a lot when it comes to that topic, and so
like thick.
These are all things that I'm not as educated on, and I feel like I'm very well versed when it comes to mental health.
I think you weaponize it. I think you use therapy talk as a weapon. I think you are not a good influence on other people. And you use it to try to say shmush and claim victimization over everything.
Medications, mental health coping skills, therapeutic skills, therapeutic activities, coping skills, all these things. I've spent so many years working on those things and fine-tuning what works for me and what doesn't. And so
obviously nothing is working for you because you are special and so unique that calories in, calories out doesn't exist.
So I really am just now on this newfound exploration of all these things. And
I think she thinks she's well-versed in mental health. She's probably read quite a few of her mother's books.
Because everybody.
Also, her love for steak at the moment might not have a lot of good things to say about high cholesterol. But again, good versus bad, whatever.
I wish she would get her annual lab work done to include her A1C, her cholesterol, an STI panel,
assholes,
all the good things.
What's that phrase? Is it everybody like assholes has opinions, or is it something else?
Buttholes.
I almost said everybody has opinions and assholes, and I know it's not that. Anyway, I am so focused and dedicated on actualizing these changes. I'm not.
LDL cholesterol is sticky and sticks in small tears in blood vessels where it accumulates and forms plaques that lead to blockages.
I'm not going to let derail me. I'm not going to let
a liver panel,
this current health scare derail me. I'm not going to let my depression win anymore.
Would you rather see Roz face off with Dr. Now or Gordon Ramsay?
Okay. I
pick one.
I'm not crossing the streams or anything, and I'm not interested in her reality, but I do wonder whether or not she's had an update about her health stuff, because she obviously isn't working at the moment, and I'm very unfamiliar with the way that US healthcare works, but from my understanding, she probably hasn't seen
It's pretty even.
A family doctor or GP in a hot
minute. Now the
doctor
knows.
I wonder what's going on there.
He'd make her cry, Ramsay. I'll ask. I guess that makes more sense. Okay, let's see.
It's not easy. None of this is easy. None of this is the easy choice. I am interested in finding things that can be introduced into my routine, into my diet that will help with cholesterol levels. I mean, obviously.
What foods reduce cholesterol? Isn't it just
slime?
Are there foods? Is it red foods? To lower cholesterol, incorporate rich foods and soluble fiber. Oh, it is fiber. Okay. Oats, barley, beans, lentils, apples, and carrots. Plant foods. Got it.
Well, I have no plans on eliminating those foods. Being mindful of how frequently eating certain things are, like fried foods, things like that. I've already dramatically reduced how much oil and fried foods that I eat, so that'll help. And that's a recent change, so that really wouldn't reflect in my blood work in any way.
Okay.
Modern day would like a word.
Because frankly, that it's been since the Arby's video.
Okay, I'm kind of done with this video for now. We're gonna bounce to another pulpy, y'all. Mentally prepare yourselves if you haven't seen this. I'll probably skip over a little bit of pulpy, but this is when Roz decided to look through a minor's email under the conversation of figuring out what anime they liked. Oh, I hear you should unmute the video. And let's move this right here.
Hi, welcome to me.
Oh my god, she's still got the ugly hat all this time.
This is going to be a video. This video is a lot for me. Today is an emotional day for me. And I decided that, okay, let me back.
Yo, what the fuck? Oh, this one? Oh no. Heaven forbid you just fucking ask. She is going to leave things out of this story. So her and the long-term boyfriend, right? They were together, but primarily long distance. She was there for a couple months. They had broken up. She didn't really have a relationship with the child. Don't fucking listen to this. She moved back in. The child didn't really fucking know her and didn't want to talk to her. She didn't want to bond with her. So Roz was like, I should go through their email. And y'all will hear. Why does she need to stalk a minor's email for anime? She wasn't connected with this minor anymore. No, she wasn't. And then the minor told Roz she wanted no contact from her. And Roz was like, what? No, I'm their stepmother. If they ever need to find me.
In case you
Wish you would.
don't know, like if you didn't follow me on other social media platforms for a while, I was once a stepmom for a long time.
You fucking liar. You were not. You weren't. Okay? She just irritates the piss out of me. And in more recent history, somebody called her out in her chat about it. They were like, why did you invade a 6-year-old's email? The child wasn't 6. And Roz didn't say, tell your dad you're gay. That's not how the conversation went. Y'all will hear. She just heavily pressured the situation into happening about the child coming out about their sexuality.
And when I went through my breakup that I've talked
Long wait.
about in the past, I didn't just like go through a breakup. I lost like
Scar, she also pretended to do what she called art therapy with the child and tried to get the child to answer the questions and talk. As I said, she weaponizes therapy. She's so fucking scary.
Honestly, a lot more than that.
Is this February last year?
And this video, I just want to talk about like
Roz deleted this from her channel. And remember, she says she got rid of health-related content. The fact is, I covered this, I think last summer, and then I think Charlie may have covered it, and then Pulpy and Roz was like, fuck, I'm getting some pushback. I need to get rid of this.
Lottie, I appreciate you, love.
But she didn't delete it for like a year and a half.
what it was like, you know.
It's still up on her channel, so like, this is free to watch.
Being a step.
What kind of mothering could she possibly give that isn't traumatizing?
Mom, and like, what?
I really don't know. I think this is ugly. Some Dee Dee Blanchard level of parenting. And that's an awful thing to say. I know. I apologize. But I could see it.
Was it a long time? Because chat's telling me it wasn't a long time. She said years back in the live stream, but chat's saying months. So I don't know.
I miss being a stepmom, and like, I want to talk about the child. Like, so.
Oh, that's real weird to do on a platform when you're not in that relationship anymore. I'm not gonna lie, that's real weird. Chat, I'm not a parent. I don't plan to ever be a parent. Let's just lay those cards out. So anything that I say, my opinion, I hope it's not out of turn. But I do.
As a step parent, it's up to the parents of the child and the child how your relationship will be with that kid.
I find this very bizarre for you to be talking about a kid who you have nothing to do with now. But okie dokie.
So I've been thinking a lot about like what.
That's a tall hat. It is a tall hat.
It's because she's got a big head. It's not a tall hat. It's a big head.
Say how I want to say it, and I'm all over the place because on my way here I was trying to think about like what I wanted to talk about, and I really wanted to film this video like without crying, and I don't know if we're gonna do that. And what really.
The child at this point said, I want no contact. So Roz's solution is I should make a video about their sexuality.
Inspired me to do this. It seems kind of silly, but
Grandpa Joe says, oh, you know she's watching and we'll spill some serious Zach-phobic crap. I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail and the name of the stream. Oh god, it's all too much.
I was watching some videos on TikTok, and when I lived up in Omaha, I used to talk shit all the time about Raising Cane's because I was like a Zaxby's girl through and through. And there were really no
True GSH.
Raising Cane's like in the Southeast at all back then. And
Pissa? That's fun to say. Pissa. I'm so sorry. It just seems so fun to say. She's a fucking pissa.
Years ago, I googled and saw that Raising
I'm
Cane's.
so sorry.
There's one like in a town not far from me. It's on my way to the airport, which I'm on my way to right now as I'm filming this. I just left earlier and took a pit stop because
did the child, now adult, speak up? They're still not an adult, Nudie. The individual is still a minor.
Raising Cane's is the favorite restaurant of,
I believe,
the child that I used to be really, really close to and that I still really love. And it seems kind of...
I'd be pissed. I have 4 kids and I know me. I would be throwing hands.
Stupid, maybe to other people, but coming here today, I don't know if you can see, there's literally like the food truck behind me. I just went and got food.
I think this is a bad idea.
Ren.
Past Rosie, I think this is a weird and bad idea.
Yes, Ozzy. I think she talks about it in this video, right?
I don't know. It seems kind of dumb, but listening to Hamilton and eating Raising Cane's makes me feel closer to them. And, you know, they're still very much alive, but in terms of like my world, I have absolutely zero contact. I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, but do you see that part where like you have nothing to do with the child? So why are we making a 38-minute piece of recorded, like monetized content on YouTube?
That, and who are you to share this child's story, especially when the child has made it clear? First off, it's not your fucking kid, Roz. Second, this child has distanced themselves from you. They have their own autonomy and stuff. Autonomy, you know the word. Where they made the decision, I don't want anything to do with you. So you go to your platform of, 50,000 subscribers at this time, whatever it was.
About it. Seems weird to me, but okay.
On with them, and it just breaks my fucking heart. So I'm gonna eat Raising Cane's and talk about things in my past that you guys on YouTube might not be privy to. Like if you follow me on Instagram, you probably remember I used to have and I'm saying so the child and this child, and I'm using gender neutral language because in the time that I knew them, they came out as non-binary.
Okay, so I will refer to child as they them.
Did they come out or did you force them out?
She pressured the conversation. Pulpy, you need like a little rubber tip for this straw. I don't want you to hurt your teeth.
Go to bed, Rosie.
And came out in like other ways, and they're very publicly out, so it's okay to talk about it. But I just gotta...
Are they publicly out about it on a platform? They're very publicly out, but this isn't your child. They aren't having a say in this conversation about you putting it up on your YouTube and monetizing it.
4-finger combo with toast, and honestly I'm probably gonna edit out a lot of the eating because this isn't a mukbang channel. But
have y'all watched her today? It's all food. Have you seen her with a cabbage boil, 3 times cooked crab?
When I realized that there was one of these places close to me, I thought maybe it would be like a weird exposure therapy type thing / like a way to like reminisce and like feel closer to them.
I'm sorry, you're saying that you're reminiscing and feeling closer to a child you have nothing
Are Hexclad those dishes? Those are like the pots and pans, right?
to do with anymore by eating from Raising Cane's? Okay, cool. Someone's gonna have to make that make sense.
These chicken fingers are good.
This is insane. Brandon, you are not wrong.
I used to talk so much shit about Raising Cane's. It's actually kind of funny. So I realized very quickly into filming this video that I didn't want to talk and eat, so I ate and now I'm gonna talk.
Why is she so bent on being closer to them? Bizarre. Roz has control issues of every individual in her life. They're not their own person. She has ownership.
I was telling myself, I'm just gonna get the 3-piece this time. I'm gonna try.
Also, chat, for people who are maybe a little bit more knowledgeable about this topic, how long ago from 2024 was this relationship, according to Rosie?
Officially over in 2021. They had she went and saw him, but they had a breakup period before that as well.
Was it like a year ago or like a few years ago?
Because my old order used to be very similar to this, but I would get the 6-piece like chicken tender, and
I don't care about your order from Raising Cane's. This is the thing she should be canceled for the most, in my opinion. There are so many things that she tries to, it was in my past. I was in psychosis. It wasn't me. I'm not who I was. I'm not who I was 3 weeks ago. It doesn't change my opinion of you, and you haven't changed any of your behaviors.
the raising cane sauce,
The only difference is no one's giving you access to their children now, and I couldn't be more thankful.
the honey mustard with the fries, and then I don't like coleslaw, so I got.
I think there might have been some confusion as well because we'd mentioned like someone had said 6-year-old, someone said 9-year-old. So clarity, please.
Just slice of toast. And
Isn't imitation crab just fish? Yes, it's pollock. Is that correct? Pollock.
I should have just got the 3-piece instead of the 4-piece.
Ended in 2021. Right. So what is it that made Rosie think about talking about the child in this relationship 3 years later? That's weird.
Oh, wow, this was really good. This was like,
Oh my gosh, y'all. Roz treats the word Roz like it's a bad word. She literally edits it out of images. She puts like a censorship bar over it. So maybe rash would be it. Big rash. Whenever, you know, if you're like trolling in a comment. Because she hides the word Roz.
super fresh.
Didn't know it was a bad word.
I think in Omaha, I used to always eat it like once I got home. It was always like a little soggy. But holy
My flabbers are gasted, Feral.
yeah, cow, that was really good fresh. Let's edit this out. I also got Diet Coke and water, so I need to actually, well, I don't want to lose carbonation on this, but it was my first meal of the day.
Big rash.
Granted, I slept in today and I work second shift, so sleeping in, this is like around my lunchtime. Technically, it's like 8 p.m. at night, but yeah.
Oh, 2023?
No, so blush. She says it's not that. She says she doesn't like the name Roz because people are referring to it as her name instead of Rosalind, that she hated the name Roslyn. And that must be why people are calling her Roz. When no, you just look like fucking Roz from Monsters Inc., madam.
Still weird.
Anyway, I wanted to just like come here and eat and listen to Hamilton and think about my relationship with this.
One. Okay. We'll get the time.
She works. She considers YouTube her job.
Line sorted. It's fine. The overarching feeling is weird.
Child and just everything that I experienced, not only that I experienced, but that like I lost. And so this conversation is going to be kind of focused on like me and my feelings, right? I also want to try really hard to make sure that I'm not like, I don't want to put any of this child's like trauma on the internet. You know what I mean? Like that's just not a cute nor fun nor fresh look.
It's not your place to share this child's story.
Why are you talking about a child at all? Why are you talking about a child at all?
And not okay to do to someone, right? But I also like with things that were going on in their life and like, you know, how we related over things and everything. But
we don't need to know this. Why the fuck do we need to know this? We don't. We really don't. We are the internet audience. We do not need to be known about any of this.
In time, I do like want to come on here and like talk more about the relationship that I.
Why in time do you need to talk about this relationship with a child that said, I want fucking nothing to do with you?
Had with their father, but that's not really the focus of what I want to talk about, because in the breakup process, like yeah, losing the relationship was hard. Like losing someone who I thought I was gonna be with forever was hard. But the thing that like I think broke me, the thing that like just
Why does she think this was okay to do? How does anyone support this? Can someone clarify the timeline with her ex? I can't remember how long they were living together. I thought it was like 6 months. She keeps muddying the water or the timeline. She does. I think it was like maybe a year and a half, but I could be lying to you. They were maybe not even that actually. So they were long distance for 6 years. She moved in with him for a couple of months. They broke up. She moved back in with him near the beginning, I think, of 2020. They broke up again. She visited one time in 2021, but they weren't together. Which ex is this? This is the 8-year relationship while the stalker story was happening. So they intertwine. While she was talking to the alleged stalker, she was in a relationship.
Shattered my soul was when I moved back to Omaha a second time. I moved back at the end of 2020 and like very end of October, early November. And prior to that, like I had been pretty involved in this child's life, but it was a different level when I came back, especially because I wasn't working at the time. I was just too disabled to function.
Sorry, that statement.
Hey, nothing.
Kind of took me out of reality. Oof.
In any capacity at a job, and I did what I could, you know, in my day-to-day life. And one of the things that I really put a lot of energy and focus on is like I wanted to build a home. I wanted to build like a family unit of some kind. I'm gonna get through this video without stopping. I'm gonna get through this.
You know, it's interesting. If you are going into a built family and you've been blessed enough to have a family with bonus babies, you do things on their timeline. You don't force a relationship on your terms.
Video without stopping. I'm gonna do it. So I spent a lot of time like researching different things about like pediatric psychology and stuff, I learned and started.
So she started trying to learn the psychology. Instead of just talking to them, getting to know them, she decided to look into the psychology.
Implementing.
No, no,
Maria, no, it does not, but that would make it better.
no, just no. No, oh my God. Girl.
Do you guys see what I mean when I say she's scary to me and I find her dangerous? I'm not saying, like, I won't say that PDF term that she likes to throw around, but I think she has predatory behaviors.
Oh, fuck off. Absolutely not. Whoa.
You agree?
Ugh. Thank you for the tag, Lottie. Lottie said, the timelines on this one get confusing because her relationship with the father was an on-again, off-again, for a while. But this was the off-again for real story / timeline. Right, got it. I'm sorry, take me back to child, what was it? Pediatric psychology? Is that what you just fucking said?
Yes. So instead of having the conversation, she said things were different when she got back there. The child didn't know her. They had broken up. And before that, Roz wasn't really in the picture. She was just the woman her dad was dating.
Girl.
So I'm going to look up psychology. Hi, Rach.
Girl, do not put the book down. Walk away.
So I spent a lot of time like researching different things about like pediatric psychology and stuff, I learned and started implementing like tactics through like art, with art therapy and things like that.
Tactics with art therapy. Didn't get to know the kid. Tactics.
Who the fuck are you to be doing any of this? Oh my God. Oh my God. Fucking sound like Amber Lynn Breed over here.
I tried a lot of different things and in ways of
I have no word. I'm speechless.
Right, Mel's? Tactics.
I'm speechless.
Like, engaging and helping this child who's dealing with things, because there was a
not your place.
Reason why I needed to step up so much in terms of like.
Why are you doing this? Why is a professional not helping?
Well, my mom was a therapist, so in that case, I'm just as informed, and I have a non-degree degree that I can handle this. No, there are resources that would have been available that would have helped long term. Not your business.
Relationship with their birth mom, and
there's
a reason that my ex had full legal, physical custody, right? And I would do things like I'm the reason that they got into Girl Scouts. Like I'm the reason that all happened because I did all the research, I did all the pricing, and then
oh God, the grimy fucking way she talks about this. Woof. Oh, I didn't think I could dislike Rosie more.
Interesting. Got to keep an eye on this one.
But turns out there are new lows.
Scheduled the meeting.
Oh, now we shame the mom. Yep.
I'm the reason they got into Girl Scouts. Girl, you shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Between the dad and the grandma, and made sure everything happened. And I was just really heavily involved. And for those that know, like I used to talk about these things on Instagram stories and stuff, and I never would show their face. Like their likeness has never been on my social media as a way of protecting them.
But you're going to be out here sharing their entire business.
You just don't talk about them. The best way to protect something or someone on social media is just to not fucking talk about anything. Don't talk. Sure. The second best thing is to not pretend you're a fucking psychologist.
Well, that's her new dream job, Colby. I don't know if you're aware, but that's what she wants to do with her life. Swan, according to Ra's law, you may practice. Just kidding, don't do it.
Ah!
Jump scare.
I hate this.
Because of, things that happened to me in like 2015 and stuff. Like it's just, I'm very careful about, especially just like the topics of minors in general.
Careful my fucking ass, girl.
Right.
Reminder that Roz received like a $50 super chat from a minor in her chat at one point because she would stream in vertical mode. And, you just end up in the algorithm. People are scrolling through shorts and Roz would end up in there. They found out that the individual is a minor, and it took quite some time for them to be escorted out of the chat.
And
she had 9% of her audience of 51 point. Well, I think at that point it was 53,000 subscribers. But of 53,000 subscribers, she had 9% under the age of 18 as far as her viewership. Not going to happen. She thinks she knows everything already, and the course load is reading intensive.
They're just they're just so funny and fun to be around, and just they were such.
Oh, $100.
This is giving-
Excuse me, not $50. $100.
Me the biggest fucking cringe, by the way. This is like not like oh it's cringy, but like oh god, this is just like such a bad idea. Bad idea. This isn't like some anecdotal like story about something. This is 38 minutes of Rosie talking about
I hate her. I'm sorry, but I can't help it.
a kid. Like this is bizarre, man.
Boy, and I spent the better part of 6 years pretty involved in their life.
I've only heard 3 of her lives, and I know she could never. Part of me thinks if it was for attention, maybe she'd take an introductory course. Like, maybe. I don't think she'd finish, but she would do like medical terminology.
First two, I would occasionally see them on video chat, and they were little. They were
Yes, I've covered this before, Panda. It's been a long time, and I know new people are going to stumble upon Roz. I know Pulpy pauses less than I do. I felt like it was better to react to him than my own video.
3 or 4 when I met them. I spent the better part of 6 years pretty involved in their life.
You were long distance relationship for 6 years. You were not heavily involved 6 years in their life.
The first two, I would occasionally see them on video chat, and they were little. They were 3 or 4 when I met them.
Wait.
Impossible. You did not go 6 years.
How does that math make sense?
It doesn't, Pulpy.
Wait, so this was a long distance off again, on again relationship, and the child was 3 or 4 when Rosie first met them. Timelines are not my bag, guys.
It's not your fault, Pulpy. It's Roz does it intentionally so you can't keep up with the story. So if you call her out on something, she could be like, oh, it's my concussion.
And I spent the better part of 6 years pretty involved in their life. The first two, I would occasionally see them on video chat, and they were little. They were 3 or 4 when I met them.
Okay.
And when they were 6 or 7,
some coffee.
I
Okay, so right, what the fuck?
I walked into the living room.
I'm literally speechless, and I tend not to be speechless.
It's interesting to watch somebody. I know this is a side note. It's interesting because we have watched it together, a lot of us, seeing somebody else's reaction the first time they hear this story. Like if you don't know this part about Roslure.
Speechless. I've got too many words, but holy shit.
I think so, Heather.
This was I don't think I had been living with my ex for too long at that point, but I was established in there, and they were watching TV, and I forgot how.
Wait, so they were off again, on again, long distance relationshiping for 4 or 5 years before Rosie moved in?
6.
Huh.
How it came up, what happened, but they said something to me.
Honestly, sounds like Shani Jr.
And they were just so broken. And
Stop it, Lottie, goddammit. Lottie said, I know this is everyone's favorite words to hear in a lore catch up, but it does get worse. Of course it does.
And sad about it. Something along the lines of 2 women not being able to be together, like girls can't date, or boy, same-sex relationships are an absolute no, they can't happen, da da da. And I don't remember exactly what they said, but the thing that I'll never forget is just how sad they looked and how
what were they
broken they seemed over it. And I looked.
Wait, who said this? Who said this shit?
How it came up, what happened, but they said something to me, and they were just so broken and sad about it. Something along the lines of
oh, the child.
Pulpy's the gym,
Okay.
2 women not being able to be together, like girls can't date, or boy, same-sex relationships are an absolute no, they can't happen, da da da. And I don't.
But what were they watching that said that?
I remember exactly what they said, but the thing that I'll never forget is just how sad they looked and how broken they seemed over it. And I looked at them and I was like, what are you talking about? And they were just yeah, no.
Yes, Jen.
They can't be together, whatever was said. And again, I'm paraphrasing here because this was, I don't know, probably 8 to 10 years ago now.
Okay, let's do some quick math. This is 2024. So, laws of minimal numbers. 8 years before 2024 takes us to 2016. The child was 6 to 8, I think she says. So, again,
you're never going to be able to figure it out. I promise. She changes it even in this story.
6 lower is 2010. Rosie started talking to the guy when the child was 2. So they started seeing each other, talking to each other in 2012. Is that math?
I think 2014. Is that right? No, 2012 seems
That's
right.
right. The years are fucking all over the place, bro. But I am wildly uncomfortable with this story being told, Rosie.
No, not 10. Like 7 to 8 years ago.
Okay, law of like minimal numbers. Yep. Okay,
2014.
that
Okay.
From like today's date, right? And I was like, well, that's just not true. Like, and more or less, I just responded back with like, you know, I have friends that are married to people of the same sex, and like, you know, some people may think that that's not something people can do, but they can, and da 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 da. And they were just like, really? And I was like, yeah, like of course, like if the
Why are you telling us this story?
whatever. And
2013 they started talking.
I've had it officially. I'm sorry, Barbie.
2021 they split after 8 years. Thank you, Nikki. Okay, thank you, Nikki and Scrange. Thank you guys so much for clearing up the timeline.
I think this may have been the video around this timeline. Maybe. Don't quote me. But I think it was around here that Roz got mad at Pulpy for saying thank you. And Roz was like, you're supporting, you shouted them out.
and I kept it super age appropriate because they were very young. And then they went from looking so sad and dejected to just like relieved. That's what I
Did she start dating him after their first text or what? He was her #1 client on a Fifi site.
remember the most is they look like relieved. And oh, I think they're moving a truck or something. Oh.
They're backing into
there's an
space.
emergency vehicle parking next to me. Anyway. And that night,
Okay, just a reminder, recorded video.
I had a conversation
Could edit this.
with my
Yes, that Rage Piggy.
now ex, and he had a reaction like he was never like against like the concept of being gay or anything like that, but he had the reaction of like not my child, and I was like, yeah, probably your child, my guy. Like,
So this child between the ages of like 6 to 8 asked the question like, can boys marry boys, girls marry girls? And then Roz jumps to the father and is like, yeah, probably your child.
and I had at the
No, I think it sounds more like the reaction of my guy saying not your child to you was in fact that maybe it wasn't your place to have that conversation. Not that the conversation is the wrong one to have, like love is love. But
Happy Pride, y'all.
maybe it kind of sounds more like my guy was a bit more like, hey, like maybe that's something that I can talk to my child about. Thanks though.
It wasn't her place. No.
After thank you for the super chat, honey. Eva says, ranch covered food is sounding so good right now. Take me back to the roll later, baby.
anyway, and that night I had a conversation with my now ex, and he had
Could have just been a child asking questions because that's what kids do. Yeah, they're seeing things and they're like, okay.
a reaction like he
And if that's not what they see every day, it might be like, oh,
was
I'm
never
just asking a question.
like against like the concept of being gay or anything like that, but he had the reaction of like not my child, and I was like, yeah, probably your child, my guy. Like,
It's so traumatizing as a queer kid having it exposed and spread to people that have known you your whole life. They change how they view you regardless because you can't articulate yourself.
Oh, is she trying to insinuate that the child? Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Girl, this is too much.
and I had at the time I was furious at him. Now I understand a bit.
Wait,
what?
the child.
Had a reaction like he was never like against like the concept of being gay or anything like that, but he had the reaction of like not my child, and I was like, yeah, probably your child, my guy. Like,
Oh, is she trying to insinuate that the child? Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Girl, this is too much.
and I had a
Has Roz said anything on IG today? Let me refresh. We looked at her earlier stories. She hasn't posted since 15 hours ago. Which tab is it? Oh shit, I lost it. Oh, there it is.
at the time I was furious at him.
Thank you, Mouse.
Now I understand a bit better. I have a little bit more empathy because I can understand just that fear-based reaction of like, especially knowing some of the people in his family, and knowing what I know now and how things went. Like I get it now more.
God, why?
Is this when she forced the child to come out to their parent? This is when she heavily pressured the child. I won't say she forced, but she was like, oh, you better do this. Oh, I went through their email. And then when the child was 6, like, oh, probably your child's gay. Like, she did that number.
Foot in mouth, honestly. So much feet in mouth today.
But there was like a lot of conversations that were had at that point in time. Again, this was like 7-8 years ago now.
Farrell, thank you for the super chat, honey. Farrell says she betrayed the trust of a child. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Her favorite, you forgot the H, co-horse. There's 2 of them.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh, I hope there was a fantastic little graduation.
Just. I don't know. Like again, no kids,
Nerd.
no experience. Don't know what that looks like. But like, fuck, bro.
7 to 8 years ago, but still talking about it. Talking about it after the child made their boundary clear that they wanted nothing to do with her. Not just sharing this child's story. After a child set their boundary, Roz is still like, my place to tell it.
Ugh.
he became a lot more open-minded. I was educating him about things, like, because I was just like, you need to be prepared. I'm not saying that they're definitely this or definitely that. They're a kid, and I don't want to put that on. You don't need to put that on a
This baby is between the ages like 6 to 8.
child. But in my gut, in my heart, I knew that I was.
Why would the automatic like conversation not be like, hey, maybe you need to talk to so and so about these things? Because they.
My brain says like, I don't know. It's a tiny human. They might be like, oh, he's cute. Oh, she's cute. They're little tiny humans.
Said something, and I think it would be worth having
I wouldn't be like, hey,
conversation with them.
Sugar.
I feel like this is a bit of an overstep by Rosie. Is that the right phrase? Overstep? Yeah, I think that's the right phrase.
Looking at a child that was not cis and straight, like something.
Maybe just mind your fucking bit. Yeah, like what does this have to do with her?
Was going
Other than that she pressured the individual into coming out about their gender identity, sexuality.
on. And
Oh, we are making. Well, okay. Why the fuck is she telling this story?
when I moved back, I accidentally found out that they were planning to come out. I had gotten access to their email.
Oh, here it is about the
She talks more about this on an Instagram with her psychic friend. Really strange?
emails. Okay, right.
Oh, a burb. One question really quick. Do you prefer to go by Studio Burb or a burb in regards to your art? Because I saw some more of your art recently, and damn it, are you talented?
Was this when they were like 8 or 9 or 6? Because I think the timeline is 8 or 9.
I forgot how it happened or like the reasoning, like, but basically.
Well, you seem to remember it fine in 2025. You said it was their school email, and I had access to it on my phone. Why did you have the story?
When I moved back.
Okay, everyone, listen.
I accidentally found out that they were planning to come out.
I accidentally found out that they were planning on coming out.
Access to their email.
I'd gotten access to their email.
Oh, here it is about the emails. Okay, right. Was this when they were like 8 or 9 or 6? Because I think the timeline is 8 or 9.
I forgot how it happened or like the reasoning, like, but basically.
Well, you seem to remember it fine in 2025. You said it was their school email, and I had access to it on my phone. Why did you have access? That's weird. Go, whatever. There's so much of this story.
Reminder, she had just moved back in with him. The child wasn't bonding with her. They were like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about you. So Roz goes, she said school email in recent history, but in the past she said it was to see which anime they were interested in.
Bad and weird and bad and weird.
Like I had their email on my phone. It was just to kind of, to monitor, they were young. They were like, at this point in time, I believe they were like 10, maybe 11.
Also, kids' school emails are monitored by the school.
Girl, you and math is bad.
And I was going through their email and like the conversation with their friends, not because I was trying to snoop or look for anything. Honestly, like this is like how dedicated I was to the situation. I was like struggling to reconnect with them because when I came back, it was a little bit of a rocky transition for a month or so.
Lies! The lies of this one. She said in the stream today that she was going through the email threads to buy a gift, to see what they liked, to see what they were into.
See how the story changes? So whenever somebody confronted her and they said she was snooping in a 6-year-old's email, she said, no, it was a school email, and I was looking to see what they were interested in so I could buy them a gift. There's an option, a conversation.
Lies, girl. This is why no one trusts you.
their friends, not because I was trying to snoop or look for anything. Honestly, like this is like how dedicated I was to the situation. I was like struggling to reconnect with them because when I came.
Oh, okay. So you were struggling to reconnect with your partner's child.
So under the guise of learning about them, I invaded their privacy.
You thought, let me snoop through their school emails and try to find a way to reconnect. Yeah, that doesn't sound unhinged and fucking crazy. Oh, wait, no, sorry, I misspoke. That sounds unhinged and fucking crazy.
It sounds invasive. She talks about wanting respect, but she has no problem sharing this child's story, going through their email, doing child psychology that she's not qualified for, and trying to use, in her word, tactics on this child.
Oh, what?
Back, it was a little bit of a rocky transition for a month or so, and then things really kind of smoothed over and got better.
Andrea, I believe it was because schools monitor emails, and so if a child was having this conversation in a school email, I think it would have been something that they notified the parents on. I think this was probably a private email.
The snooper.
You know, kids are just adjusting to change. I had left for like a year and a half and then came back, so my ex and I had only been broken up for 9 months, but you know, that's a lot for a kid. And it's
the math is hard in this one, chat.
Instability. It's not the greatest of circumstance, right? And I was looking through the email and I saw that they were planning to come out and I freaked out.
Mom dropped some bad news on me. Just a reminder, don't skip dialysis appointments. Take care of your health and make sure you make time with your loved ones. Sugar, I hope everything's okay. This is the same shit she's done with Paradise. She just barges into a situation where she's neither needed nor wanted, like the fucking Kool-Aid man. This should have been just about supporting the child. They're figuring themselves out. You don't have to invade their privacy. Let them figure that out. Just be there, be an ear. You don't have to be like, oh, what's their sexuality? Oh, I need to make this about me and my identity. Just love them.
I
support them.
I was looking. Oh, what I was gonna say is, I only reason I was looking at emails, I was trying to find out like what animes they liked, because then I was gonna go watch.
There it is. I wanted to find out what anime they liked. So instead of just talking to them and saying, hey, do you like anime? What kind of anime do you like? Do you guys want to watch, I don't know, Howl's Moving Castle? Or are you more into like One Piece? What kind of anime do you like? No, let me go through your email.
Watch animes and like try to be like, oh hey, like I was trying to bond, and so it's just like trying to.
That's fucking crazy. I'm sorry. That's crazy. This is who Rosie is. I'm sitting over here having a laugh at the rollator and the fucking like cheese wallpaper glue.
Or ask their parent, why did she need to hack their email?
Rosie's a snooper. She's a snooper, chat. This is why she.
And when she was also confronted about this, she called other people bad parents. She said, you don't monitor your kids' emails. Do you want them to be exploited?
Can't keep her nose out. She can't help but read the comments. She can't help be over on the Reddits. I read it. She can't help but go snoop over on Twitter. She's a snooper. Holy shit, that's weird. That's also really fucking weird that you would be like, oh, look, I've snooped in my partner's child's emails and I can see what anime they like.
Oh, is Molman's in here? Hi, Molman's. What year did this happen in? 2024.
From there.
But the story takes place back in 2020 or something?
Emails? Okay, girl, that's weird. Like, wouldn't they be watching it if you were in the same house? Never mind. Outside of that, Rosie's logic here is, let me pretend to like an anime so I can buddy up to them. Girl! You are the adult here, what the fuck?
This might be a terrible analogy, but this is just what my brain thinks of. Y'all know that one, I don't know, individual, maybe you don't, but like the one adult who wants to fit in with like the teenagers and for some reasons like, I can buy you a beer. What are you cool kids talking about? That's what I feel like Roz is. I know that's a weird analogy, but that's what my brain sees.
Lily, thank you.
Like she wants to fit in.
For the super chat, honey. Lily says, as a mum of 3 girls now, 22, 20, and 14. Oh, sorry. This is cringe. Agree. What in the world?
How are you doing, fellow kids? Yes.
I do not like you at all. No, this is weird. This is weird and bad and weird and bad and bad and weird. Bad. Weirdo Rosie bad.
Find out what they were interested in. And then I read the message of, I think I'm gonna come out to my dad like tomorrow or soon or something. And I was like,
how did you read that in someone's email? You would have had to like have actually looked for that or like clicked into it or something.
I was a pre-K teacher for years, and nannying gigs were a regular part of my job. This just crosses so many boundaries. I wouldn't let Roz near your child ever.
Weird. Lottie says, the first time Rosie was in their life, I tried playing shit and read about pediatric psychology, and then I was out of their life. So when I came back, I stalked their interests in online conversations. Yeah, that's the TLDR of this.
If this child already has a wall up with you, right? They're uncomfortable with you. She called it a rocky period. Would your thought be like, okay, I'm going to step back until they're ready, until they're comfortable with me in their life? Or would your response be, I should invade their privacy and force them into liking me?
Entire thing. Holy shit. Sky, I heard a motherfucking rumor. I heard a rumor that Rosie was snooping in
Yeah, she does, Judge.
child's emails to find gifts and or animes that she could pretend to like. This is bizarre.
go watch animes and like try to be like, oh hey, like I was trying to bond. And so I was just like trying to find out what they were interested in. And
So you invaded their privacy.
then I read the message of, I think I'm gonna
Rosie's type 2 liobetes. The hat is killing me.
come out to my dad like
It's her queer hat.
tomorrow or soon or something. And I was like, I freaked out. And so I was like, I don't know what to do. I actually reached
Patussy.
Girl, I don't think anyone should find themselves in this like fucking predicament, but I hope that I have a feeling like it'll get worse, but I hope that
I'm so sorry, Roz. I know this is a very important conversation about how dangerous of an individual you are, but damn, make sure you're brushing and flossing. If you haven't done so today, take care of your teeth.
thing that you did was just go and like sit with the kid and like get a big cup of tea going on, maybe a biscuit or something, and just say, hey.
You're starting to doubt if this actually happened at all. I think there is a version of this that happened, but just like with every story Roz has ever told us, she amplifies it.
Checking in. Is everything okay? Is there anything you want to talk about? How's things? I hope you just like sat there and really delved into that pediatric psychology you were talking about earlier in the relationship, and just tried to like lead in with some open questions to check in and make sure that they were doing okay and make sure they felt comfortable and like supported and not in
I could see her snooping the email.
a weird, creepy way of, I read your emails. I'm assuming this doesn't happen. Wishful thinking. Minion, thank you for the super.
Roz's shirt, so I keep glancing up just to check my messages on here, and I keep thinking she's my green screen.
Chat Honey Minion says, if you mean snooper spelled like stalker, then yes. Yeah, man, that's weird.
Kids love to talk about their interests to adults that are actually interested. I don't know if y'all have ever heard Tiny Human off to the side. She'll tell you everything about Anne Boleyn. She will.
That's weird.
I learned so much about Anne Boleyn through my Tiny Human.
That's weird. Sky, we're doing a retro about Rosie's terrible stories. So much fun.
out to someone who is queer and had a queer child. They actually recently passed away, which is unrelated. But
Girl, why are we telling this story?
Why are we talking about somebody else's child that has since passed? Roz loves to talk about somebody who's passed away. She does. Cass, oh man, I can't. Who said it? Was it Boo Squeezy? Boo Squeezy says Roz reached out to them and said that she was friends with Cass and knew the entire story. Roz loves to talk about somebody that's passed away. When did Pulpy stream this? 9 months ago. And it's under talking about words you've said. It doesn't start until near the end of the video.
it was really sad. And this person really helped me in navigating.
Please screen cap. Big Roz.
The situations I found myself in with this child in a way that was age appropriate. And they were really great to me for that. So, I'm not gonna anyway. That's all.
It's too much. This is too much. This is too much. Finn's, thank you for the super chat, love. Finn's mum says she has no right to talk about this. Fucking A. No right to talk about this literally
I swear to Bob, if somebody was talking about my kid and they had no involvement
years later.
in a video game, there'd be some conversations. I'm tiny, but I'm scrappy.
Internet audience to fucking run some ad roll. You know? Like, this is so disrespectful. This is so disrespectful.
Topic. But they were someone who kind of helped me because I really I felt like
In Minecraft, yes.
was the closest source of like queer support that they had that the child had. And I I felt like I was the closest source of like, you know, queer support that they had.
You don't have to be queer to support queer individuals, to be an ally. You don't have to. You could have just, that doesn't have to be a part of it. You can just support the child.
That the child had. And I also tried to thought a little bit. I'm sorry, this story's kind of all over the place. Oh, the email.
Because it's not about you enough, huh?
So I went to my ex that day.
Why do you think she's telling the story, chat? I don't know. Like, whenever anyone tells this type of story, I always think that, like, there must be some conversation about it somewhere.
She's actually insane if a man did.
You know what I mean? Like, this feels so, like, out of left field. But then again, I wasn't watching Rosie in early 2024. I was watching Chantel, sadly, early 20. How different the world would have
Scar, some of my closest support has been straight friends.
been if we weren't stuck watching Chantel in fucking Kuwait last year. We could have been watching this.
Ghazi.
And I knew I couldn't out them. That wasn't
Sky, yes, it is.
gonna be okay.
But I made sure to tell their father when they were 6 years old, yes, probably your kid's gay. I made sure to go through their email and comb through it to find out their interests instead of talking to them. I did child psychology, not as a professional, and used tactics on them.
Okay, that was
just Jamie. No,
I didn't know there were terrible stories like this that existed. Now I'm learning.
Now they're deleted.
That day.
And teaching everybody at the same time. Well, actually, I'm not teaching anyone. We're all learning. The fabulous members of this corner of the
yes, Rowan.
internet are helping to educate us. Scrange, Nikki, thank you guys so much. That's a gem.
Toby, how dare you shout them out? That was Raw said.
And thank you for the super chat, love. Nessa says this is the exact behavior of a predator. Look, I'm not gonna put any of those words out there, but
I am. That's just me, not you, Popey. I'm going to say she has predatory behavior. I'm going to say that this was invasive, and this was, I'm not going to say PDF. I'm going to say predatory. Invading a minor's privacy is predatory under the guise of learning about them. I'm going to say it's weird to talk about an individual and say that they're so mature for their age. It's predatory, in my opinion.
this is bizarre. Like, this is weird and bizarre and weird, and I do not understand the dynamic. I do not understand the relationship. I do not understand why the fuck we're talking about it years later. I do
She said that? Which part?
not understand, but thank you for the support. This fucking weird. And now Rosie's going to be mad at everybody because we're all watching this. Well, not we're all watching, but
I think she takes a sick satisfaction from invading others' privacy. Not only, and this is awful, right? We can all watch this and say, this is a disgusting thing that Roz did. She invades minors' privacy. She pretends to be her ex-boyfriend and talks to herself about them getting back together in her Discord. Like, she has no problem pretending to be people, invading privacy. I still think there is a high possibility that she is the person that reached out to Rimjob's mom. I think if it was a troll, this is my opinion, that we'd probably see a screenshot. It just, somebody saw her in the wild and took a picture of her at Burger King. You're telling me that there's not a lick of evidence from a troll that spoke to the mom? Not one?
you know, we are.
Say what now? Yes.
Collectively. And Rosie will watch us and then get mad and then talk about chimichurri tomorrow.
And I knew I couldn't out them. That wasn't going to be okay. That wasn't okay. I shouldn't have found that out. I wasn't looking for that. Like, I found it on accident.
You went through their email. That is not an accident. It's a choice.
And I looked at him and I said, do you trust me? Again, like, we were together at this time. And he was like, yeah, of course. And I was like, okay, I need you to go, because they were in their room. I was like, I need you to go to their room. I need you to tell them that you love them no matter what.
She made a fake profile of her ex to talk to herself. Yes, she said it was to catch a mole in her Discord, and she was going to tell her friends about it months later. And those were her words. At some point months later, she was going to tell her friends, but it got outed. And so she got rid of her Discord. And then she got off YouTube for about 3 months because of shame and all these things.
And I was being a little weird, I will admit. And he looked at me like, what? And I was like, that's true, right? He's like, of course it is, right?
Yes, Katasha.
Go in there and say it. Say whatever else you want to say, but make sure you say that.
Oh my god.
And he was like, yeah, of course. And I was like, okay, I found it on accident. And I looked at him and I said, do you trust me? Again, like, we were together at this time. And he was like, yeah, of course. And I was like, okay, I need you to go, because they were in their room. I was like, I need you to go to their room. I need you to tell them that you love them no matter.
So the child, Roz invades their email. The child says, I think I'm going to come out. Hi, Gwen. I think I'm going to come out. I might have this conversation with my dad. It seems like they wanted to do it on their terms instead of Roz letting the child have that choice and being like, Dad, I just wanted to tell you this. Roz is like, hey, go tell them you love them no matter what.
Matter what. And I was being a little weird, I will admit.
How old were they again? 10.
And he looked at me like, what? And I was like, that's true, right? He's like, of course it is, right? Go in there and say it. Say whatever else you want to say, but make sure you say that.
Oh my god, girl, you don't exist
Not your fucking child. Back the fuck off.
in a soap opera. What the actual
10, yes.
fuck?
Because I guess I can't remember if I did that immediately or like a day or two passed and I was dying. I want to say immediately because I'm an impatient bitch.
A child coming out about questioning their sexuality has nothing to do with your fucking patience.
Soap opera. What the actual fuck?
Because I guess I can't remember if I did that immediately or like a day or two passed and I was dying. I want to say immediately because I'm an impatient bitch.
Why the fuck does it have to be on your timeline? Why doesn't the child have a say in this? Why does the father have to go and pressure the child into coming out? Why couldn't the kid have made that choice?
This isn't about you! Oh my god. This has nothing to do with you. This isn't about you. This is no. You guys. Safi, thank you for the super chat.
It just keeps getting worse.
Safi says, is Chris Hansen in the chat? Take a seat, girl. Thank you, hun. And Strange, thank you for the super chat, honey. I appreciate you.
But people label her a monster. Yes, reaction channels are taking this time to say that Roz is a monster.
Support. Strange says the fact that she still had the child's email on her phone when they were broken up is just
Yes, Gizmo. Oh, are we doing a retro? Yeah, yes. We've done a couple retros.
disgusting. Why does she need... Oh, girl, you fucking Lord knows. To snoop. That's why. She's a snooper.
She's a creeper.
Oh,
We always talk about Minecraft. She's a creeper.
I hate this so much. I mean, it's like... It's very eye-opening. Because, like, I've got a lot of predetermined thoughts about Rosie, and with all of these stories coming out about the words out of her very own goddamn mouth, by the way, she can't get mad at this. This is her story. These are her words. I am building...
Amber, she also left this video for over a year and a half. She made the conscious choice after, like I said, the child set a boundary saying no contact. Please do not reach out to me. No contact. So she pre-recorded this, looked at it back, edited it, listened to her own words because we know Roz loves to listen to herself.
A more
Left it up for a year and a half.
detailed image.
And the only reason she took it down wasn't because she thought about it and was like, this is invasive of me and fucking weird as shit. No, it was because she was receiving backlash.
Of Rosie in my mind, and I don't like it. Krusty, thank you for being here for 5 months, honey. Krusty says she's so noble and fair. Yeah, it's all about
Yes,
her,
Paz.
apparently. This was her story to tell.
I can't remember if I did that immediately or like a day or two passed and I was dying. I want to say immediately because I'm an impatient bitch.
That's not funny. Oh my god, that's not funny.
Yeah. No one's sexuality comes on your timeline, Roz.
Oh my god, shut up.
But I really wanted to make sure that happened. I didn't want to.
Has she ever admitted this was wrong of her? No, she actually lashed out at other individuals who called her out for it and said that we must be bad parents and that we are setting up our children to be exploited if we're not snooping through their emails.
Sit on that for long. And I also knew that it explained a lot. Like it explained a lot of I wasn't totally surprised by, obviously not only from when I was happening when they were younger, but just in general, like how they were behaving at the time, like they were kind of struggling in their mental health and stuff, things like that. And like
Oh my god, shut up. You are not a psychologist. Shut the fuck up.
I knew that it needed to take its course. And the next
Sit down with them and support them. Holy shit.
day, so he went and he did
10 is so young. How old was I? I don't know. I don't think I ever had that conversation like coming out. I think I was just like, I like boys. I like girls. I just like everybody. And I just think it was what it was for me.
That I didn't like eavesdrop. I just like I stayed doing in the kitchen. Like that's a dad and child thing, right? And so
Oh, was it? Okay. You seem to put the foot in the door.
the next day they told them in the car on the way to school. They told me a few days later. It took them a little time to come tell me, but that's understandable, right? And there was just like small moments because there was some stuff that led up to that, like they were asking me questions and I explained to them just like the general terms of like what gay means, what lesbian.
So the child was 10, but I still don't think it was a school email. I think it would have been flagged if it was a school email. I think this was a private email or a text message.
It means what asexual means.
Part of me doesn't think it was an email.
Like things like that. Just educating them on like what the verbiage is. And they had actually
why are you not having this conversation with the dad? That's what I don't understand. You know what? Whatever. Girl, you've been there for 5 minutes. What is going on?
Painted a notebook with me. Like I said, we were doing like art and stuff and I was trying to do like
art therapy. Remember you mentioning art therapy? Yes, I remember.
Like helping them,
you non-therapist,
build a coping skill through those types of healthy.
When my kids were young, I told them I would trust you until you give me a reason not to. They're 32, 29, never have I snooped. Like I told y'all, I use Bark, and so I get notified. There was a awful thing that a child was saying, like swear words, and I get notified of things like that. But no, your business.
They painted like a notebook rainbow, and like these are things that happened before that story I just told you. And the principal.
How is her doing this with the child different from the situation with the stalker?
Okay.
Sugar
had to call us because they found a book where we had these conversations, and they had literally, I guess, gone online or something, and they had written out all of these vocabulary words, principles, those types of healthy self-expressions, and they painted like a notebook rainbow, and like these are things that.
Wow, I've never heard of a child liking rainbows, ever. Is that new?
Happened before that story I just told you, and the principal.
Okay.
Had to call us because they found a book where we had these conversations, and they had literally, I guess, gone online or something, and they had written out all of these vocabulary words of like gay, lesbian, asexual, trans, and like what the definitions were, like the people that think.
To the parents in the chat, if the child came to Roz organically and had conversations, what should Roz have done? Not defending her actions, but as a non-parent, I don't like keeping secrets from parents. Spoken to the father.
That like people choose these things, it's just crazy to me. Like people,
okay, in my opinion,
an entire separate story. What the actual fuck, girl?
Choose to be gay. It's just ingrained in the fiber of someone's being more so than anything.
Y'all remember Roz has made the choice to not be non-binary because she said she doesn't want another thing to have to deal with.
And I feel so honored to have been a part of their story. And
you made yourself a part of their story, and then you decided to monetize it on YouTube. I hope this child's doing okay and is having a great time without Roz in their life.
This is not your story to tell. Holy shit.
Did a lot over Hamilton because I was the first person to show it to them. We watched it on Disney Plus in their grandparents' basement during that time when I'd come back in 2021. I only lived in Omaha, or I only was with my ex in Omaha for roughly about 6 months before we broke up again, before I fractured my foot. I don't know if I talk about this a lot, but
your previously fractured metatarsal?
I have in the past, but I fractured my foot on my way to my first ever like parent-teacher conference. And I was going without my ex. I was going with my ex's parents.
You and the child had a poor relationship, and you decided that you should go to the parent-teacher conference.
And I fractured my foot on like the corner of their little step in their garage.
God, this. I hate to be the one to say like this story isn't about you, but like.
Garage.
I wish this story hadn't actually been produced, monetized, and still freely available on Rosie's YouTube.
I think one of their other family members actually had like hurt their foot on the step once as well.
Oh, Lottie has passed on. There's a follow-up vlog to this. Have fun.
And I just wasn't paying attention, and it was rough. It was rough.
Her boyfriend let her stay there for like a couple of months after she broke her foot. You hear her. She broke her foot here. They broke up. It wasn't 6 months. It had to have been less than. But she said she still couldn't shower without his help after her previously fractured metatarsal. And so she was pissed that he broke up with her and said, eventually you need to get out. Just a side note.
I so desperately wanted to build that family unit, you know, our unique little like family.
A family, it's not on your time, Roz. Them coming out was not on your time. Them opening up to you, that's not on your time.
Because I don't really.
They're entitled to their own big feelings and how they want to express themselves and when they want to express themselves. Your job is to let them know they are safe and that you love them.
I have an interest in birthing children. Like, I don't want to have my own children. And I think another reason why I want to talk about this is I was chatting with someone, like, in terms of potentially dating, and they had a kid. And I had to ask myself that question, like, am I willing to have my heart broken like that again? I'm willing to date someone else with a kid. Am I willing to risk this?
Oh, you were online, then you were there, then you were broken up, then you were online again, then you were back. I mean,
didn't learn that lesson either because she blabbed on about Zio. Wasn't her story to tell either. Cass, Shay, Zio, Jen.
This entire thing does not scream like caring about a lot of things.
Level of grief. And I realized the answer was yes. Because if I had to do this all over again, to be a part of that story,
what a fucking loser that you have to make somebody's journey about your fucking self. I would do it all over again so I could have invaded their email once again.
know that child, it's a lot. Just I still love that child like they're mine. Even though I have no rights to, I have no contact, I have no idea who they are as of today. I feel
I'm very upset. How dare you judge your poor son for needing stairs? My fat old man uses stairs.
like we're getting close
I think he's getting to that point.
to a year since I got cut out. They were so sad when they realized I was leaving. I was gonna try so hard to stay nearby to be a part of their life, and it just wasn't feasible for several reasons. And I am glazing over a lot because one, I don't want to trauma dump, and I'm trying really hard to not disparage other people involved, and not necessarily just my ex. There's other parties involved.
It's so weird that Rosie,
Like the child's mother, the child.
could have made the choice on this date.
How old is he? He is 9.5.
To just not tell all of us about this.
Because when I left, this child wrote me a beautiful letter where they told me that I was more of a mom to them than their mom ever was. That they were so excited to see me again when they came to Florida, and that never happened.
I don't believe this.
That they would always love me. And then within a year or so, one day I get a call out of nowhere being told that that basically they don't want to talk to me anymore. And obviously that's devastating to hear.
Huh. So, there's a child in your life, and as they grow up, they reach out to you and say, I don't want anything to do with you anymore. And you're not.
So this child reflects on everything that happened, right? And they're like, I don't want to fucking talk to her.
Nearby. And you were in their life for however many months, whatever. And you think it's
Fake crying again? Yes.
a good idea to come online and tell their story. Huh.
Roz looks really dumb in a hat. It's because her head doesn't fit.
Well, that doesn't seem like a smart move. Okay, we made some choices on this day.
And then when I ask why, I'm not really given a reason. And that
None of your fucking business. Why don't you want to talk to me? What do you mean you don't want to talk to me? I was a part of your story. Not just respecting it. Who the fuck are you, dude? Oh.
that's the hard part. I made
Lottie said this video was members first too, so she got 2 opportunities to not post it. Oh my god. Oh my god, and it's still up. Oh my god!
sure not to guilt them. I made sure not to put my emotions on them in that moment. I just told them that I will always love them, that I will always be here for them. It doesn't matter if it's 20 years from now. Fuck.
Yeah, Lord, you hope 20 years from now that person hasn't grown up and is now currently watching this. God, that must be awkward.
This is guilting them. This is. Children are actual humans, for fuck's sakes.
Oh, I didn't
Guilt them? Yes.
thumbs down this one. Hold on. Sorry, I forgot.
doesn't matter if it's 20 years from now.
Do you think she told the child this? I feel like she did. I wasn't going to guilt them. I asked why. There wasn't a reason. In 20 years, if you want to talk to me. Back off.
Doesn't matter if they called me in a crisis. I would do anything I could, drop everything. I will be here for them.
Back off.
When I told them that I will always love them and I will always be here for them, I meant it. I just think there were other adults at play. And honestly, I am not necessarily referring to my ex. I don't think he necessarily helped. I don't think he fostered communication. I think
you're not the fucking child's mom. It is not his responsibility to be like, okay, you need to call her. It's Tuesday.
There were certain situations that his inaction caused a lot of problems, but
we're telling everyone's stories.
There are other people in his life, and the fact of there was someone that he dated very briefly, but he kept around for a long time, who essentially just kind of filled my spot in there.
Sorry, chat. Oh, Rosie doesn't take rejection well, huh?
Even if it's from a child.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Okay, so they didn't end on good terms.
She cries a lot. That's why she lost her mind on Aren't You Exhausted? Aren't You Exhausted said, yeah, she's a crybaby, and her name kind of sounds like a country bumpkin. And then Roz lost it.
In his life, and the fact of there was someone that he dated very briefly, but he kept around for a long time, who essentially just kind of filled my spot in the child's life. And I think
someone tell Frank exactly the breakup reason. Ross cheated on him. She decided she was going to cheat on him, and he was not open to a poly relationship. He wanted a monogamous relationship.
There was just,
and then he saw text messages from the alleged stalker and was like, I'm done.
I just think there was
Ross lost it because of the previously fractured metatarsal.
Some manipulation that went down, but that's neither here nor there. It's out of my control.
Maybe GSV.
And
oh, she should have deleted this.
She has today.
This does not make me think of Rosie very well. Not that I was before, but like this is really making a dent in her reputation. Minion, thank you for the super chat, honey. Minion says, and there it is.
I don't care. They're a child. It's not their fault.
Yes, Freya. It was side by side.
And you know,
my dimple?
If it hurts them too much.
Yeah, my spot is a wild thing to say.
To maintain a long distance connection, what's kind of confusing and a weird dynamic. I don't blame them for that. It's not their fault. You know, I'll never forget. I hadn't left Omaha yet, and I was in the car with them, and
girl, they literally told you when you tried to reconnect that they want nothing to do with you. Why did we think this was a good idea? Oh my god, this is such a
because of the rejection.
Bad idea.
We were talking,
and I think this video is a guilt trip.
And I asked them, I was like, how?
Yeah, exactly. She's not the mama.
How would you feel if I eventually dated other people?
Oh, thank you so much, Buns.
And without missing a beat. And like, whenever I told my friends this, they were just like, damn. And they were like, honestly, I'd be really happy for you because I would want you to spend time with someone that like, I would want you to be with someone who like actually wants to be around.
Why the fuck were you having this conversation with a 10-year-old?
Dynamic. I don't blame them for that. It's not their fault. You know, I'll never forget. I hadn't left Omaha yet, and I was in the car with them, and
girl, they literally told you when you tried to reconnect that they want nothing to do with you. Why did we think this was a good idea? Oh my god, this is such a bad idea.
We were talking, and I asked them, I was like, how?
Yeah, exactly. She's not the mama.
How would you feel if I eventually dated other people?
So they just break up, her and the child's father. She decides to ask a 10-year-old, how would you feel if I start dating again? Why are you having this conversation, period, with a child?
And without missing a beat. And like, whenever I told my friends this, they were just like, damn.
Freya.
And they were like, honestly, I'd be really happy for you because I would want you to spend time with someone that like, I would want you to be with someone who like actually wants to be around.
What would you dating somebody else have anything to do with this child's life?
you or with you or something.
I don't believe you'd be bringing this new individual into the child's life. Why are you talking to a 10-year-old about this?
Because of the way my ex had been treating me, especially near the end. That's not what this video is about. We're not getting into that. Maybe
Girl, edit this down. Edit this out. Just delete this whole thing.
they'll talk about it, but from the mouth of a babe, right?
From the mouth of a babe. So from the mouth of children, right? Inappropriate. Y'all should have kept your arguments to yourselves, not in front of the child. You should have talked to the child. No, this was not your place.
God, this is so fucking weird.
Miss them so much. That was like our thing. We would like last Hamilton. I also really got them into Girl in Red. At the time when I was living there, Girl in Red was really popular on like gay TikTok.
Whose car is she in? This was the grandparents' car that was gifted to her that she totaled.
And I played them Girl in Red, and I just like casually mentioned it offhandedly, and this was like right before they came out. And I was just like, yeah, you know, I'm listening to it because apparently like it's really popular with like within like the gay community right now because that they're basically love songs for a girl or like by girls for girls, right?
Turkey, thank you for the super chat, honey. Turkey says not near my kid.
Before who came out? The child. Yeah.
And he's 42.
And I remember I was driving and I looked over at them and their face like they just kind of like
Girl in Red is not for kids. I don't know if I know that song. Let me look up the lyrics really quick. Girl in Red. Oh, it's a band. Okay.
perked up and they started like paying attention. And then like a little bit later.
But did the child come out officially? I guess a couple days later they did. And then they came out to Roz eventually.
I saw them like listening to it on their phone, and I looked into their phone and I saw they had.
Can we all take a moment collectively? I still can't believe the fucking balsamic. Can we all take a moment and be like, fuck you, Stefan, first off, but thank Investigation Discovery for cutting out Roz's slop because she's pissed.
Downloaded every single song there ever was by girls. Started like paying attention, and then like a little bit later, I saw them like listening to it on their phone, and I looked into their phone and I saw they had downloaded every single song there ever was by girls.
Cool.
Oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about snooping in their emails? And now you've just admitted to snooping in their
attention. And then like a little bit later, I saw them like listening to it on their phone, and I looked into their phone and I saw they had downloaded.
The email wasn't good enough, so she decided to go through the child's phone as well. Why the fuck are you... What? Get out of these child's faces, you fucking weirdo. You're not one of the fellow kids. Back the fuck off. This isn't your fucking child. Get out of the conversation.
Every single song there ever was by girls.
Email, phone.
Oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about snooping in their emails? And now you've just admitted to snooping in their phone. What the actual fuck? Take a big step back, you weirdo. Oh my god. Go.
Prez.
What the fuck?
Over at them and their face, like they just kind of like.
This needs to be talked about more. She's just going to blame parents. That's
like,
what she does.
They perked up.
It's our fault somehow.
And they started like paying attention. And then.
But Roz doesn't lie.
Like a little bit later, I saw them like listening to it on their phone, and I looked into their phone and I saw they had downloaded every single song there ever was by Girl in Red, and then they started like offshooting into different music that was like similar genres, and like I watched their music taste evolve, like shit like that. I miss so much.
This isn't about you. Let a child become their own person. Figure out who they are. It's cool to watch, sure. Like Tiny Human listening to her little alt emo music, cool. This isn't your place. Let them discover shit.
Rosie's a snooper, confirm.
I miss so much. I love you.
Snooper love.
Probably Taylor.
That's Rosie.
You're part of them becoming their own person.
Love Rosie.
I just miss them.
You didn't give them that option.
I miss them, and I always will. And I think.
I hope you deleted their email off your phone and stuff? Like immediately.
I don't think she would have. I think it would have taken quite some time. I think the father probably had to change the number and the email, because I feel like even after the fact, Roz would go into the email periodically and be like, what are they doing now? Oh, they're doing this. There's not a boundary you can set that's clear enough for her.
It took me a while to.
Rosie does strike me as the type of person who probably left that log in there just for a hot minute longer, you know?
Realize is the thing that was holding me back from like letting go of my ex more than anything and like moving on was that pain.
It's not about the child. It's about seeing her impression upon them reflected back. She likes that.
The thing that I grieved the most wasn't even the relationship, because honestly, our relationship was up and down a lot. There was stuff that happened privately, like before we broke up the first time,
Mr. Ella.
that made me question like whether I wanted to be with him or not. And I was talking about it in therapy before we broke up the first time. And the thing that kept me around was them, because, you know, life was really hard before.
Okay, sounds like there was couples therapy involved.
Sorry, dogs were barking. Or a coyote, one of the two.
But
Do coyotes bark? I don't know.
She said, no, I'm going to do art therapy and
sugar
and pediatric psychology. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Yeah, no, you're the professional.
The custody was one. There was a lot of stress, and
Is it good, Sky? I've never had Racing Canes.
there was a lot that I did to keep things together behind the scenes to make sure
we have gotten so much insight into Rosie today. This is wild.
that was never compromised.
Snooper.
Things together behind the scenes to make sure
we have gotten so much insight into Rosie today. This is wild.
that was never compromised.
Snooper.
And you know, he's not a bad person. He probably wasn't the greatest partner to me in a lot of ways. We had our issues, but you know,
So Lee, thank you for being here for 39 months, honey. It's fabulous to think that telling the internet this story for money is a good idea.
After they've already told you they don't want to talk to you anymore. What's going to happen? Let's say the tiny human's like, I wonder what she's up to these days. Types it in and sees this video and is like, what the fuck?
Terrible things all around. Bad news bears.
there was a reason why when I was going through the doxing stuff and
do you think Rosie's got access to like Rosie's emails and stuff? Probably. I mean, if this is any like indication.
people were ripping my life apart and posting other people's information that were
Doohickey, no, this is from February last year.
Tied to me online, that I had to delete my first Instagram account.
The father was in a custody battle. They felt Roz's SW could impact the situation.
His family found out and they were funding the custody battle.
Oh, there you go.
And the lawyer said that at that point I'd become a liability for the stability of the case. And we had two options. We could either break up or I could get off the internet entirely.
I'm so sorry. Take a big step back. What was that?
It was because of the SW.
He probably wasn't the greatest partner to me in a lot of ways. We had our issues, but you know, there was a reason why when I was going through the doxing stuff and people were ripping my life apart and posting other people's information that were tied to me online, that I had to delete my first Instagram account.
Wait, how do those things add up? Oh god, there's so much lore I'm gonna need to shovel.
I work in family law, and her SW absolutely would affect custody.
Is
she gonna mention it in this? I don't remember. So he had her. She deleted the Instagram, right? But Roz started dealing with it's sex work, Pulpy's wig. She started dealing with depression because she wasn't getting attention from Instagram. So she created a secret Instagram and then accidentally followed the ex. So when they got back together, yeah, there you go.
His family found out and they were funding the custody battle.
Oh, so his family didn't like you. Got it.
And the lawyer said that at that point I'd become a liability for the stability of the case.
Right.
And we had two options.
Say sorry.
We could either break up or I could get off the internet entirely.
Well, she made her choice.
I used to say all the time, like, I picked my relationship, but I didn't just pick my relationship, I picked them.
But she was dealing with depression, so she made a new Instagram. So she really didn't pick them.
I picked both of them.
Well, turns out the relationship ended, and now she's back on the internet.
Over the internet. And I would do it again.
His family wanted her to go, not a doubt in my mind.
It was heartbreaking and hard, and it put me in a severe.
Again, you go through that experience where you're like, okay, great, maybe I need to be a little bit more private. Maybe we need to like restabilize things that are going on in our real life. Excellent. And then again, you think it's a good idea to come online and tell the entire internet stories about your ex's kid. It seems not a lesson was learned.
Depression, but and it took me about 5 years to actually return to the internet. So 6 months later, like I made a new account, and
So it led her into severe depression because she got offline.
I kept promising
And within 6 months, she had made a new one.
to come back and post, but I was just so traumatized by all of that happened, and I was so scared that
Man, you know what? It's such a shame that I miss Rosie's Instagram years.
it could get hurt again, that the same situation
I feel like there would be so much lore there.
could arise again.
Interesting bar.
Lottie, that.
Not knowing fully at the time that the stalker I talked about in those interviews was the one fueling the doxing and everything.
Hold on, what was that?
You mean your relationship on the side? Where you cheated on your boyfriend who requested a monogamous relationship.
That they could get hurt again, that the same situation could arise again.
She has the best phrases, Cassie.
Not knowing fully at the time that the stalker I talked about in those interviews was the one fueling the doxing and everything.
Oh, is that the whatever podcast? We're gonna have to watch that one day.
And the We're All Insane podcast, actually. Yeah. That one talks more about it than the Whatever podcast.
Rosie talks about her body count.
That one, yes. And the body count is the Whatever podcast. Doesn't get regular screenings. Know your status.
It's just crazy how that happened, and how in the end it really did attribute to
Nikki says, I've been covering the Instagram years. Have you? Oh, I'm gonna have to clock in, Nikki.
the final
Welcome to the factory.
fracturing of everything involved.
He still owes me strawberry vinaigrette, Carolyn.
Losing them,
When did the two podcasts come out? 2023, I believe.
like losing the thing that made me as close to a mother as I've ever been, was the hardest grief and loss I've ever known.
You were nothing of a mother, Roz. Nothing.
You decided to tell all the stories on the internet. That sounds like family vlogger nonsense.
Yeah.
Andrea, I bet it looks fantastic.
And I really think that's one of the reasons why, like, when I was on the Whatever podcast,
Yeah, Kitty, we've got homework now.
if you didn't watch it, you didn't miss much. But there was a specific moment where I was asked if, like, I wanted to have kids, and I said no, because, like, I'm just not interested in giving birth. And one of the worst people on the panel did this motion, like, off camera. Who's like, yes, like, as in, like, good, like, this bitch isn't procreating.
But that was the podcast? Right.
And that's the only moment of the podcast that really, like, stuck with me in any.
Where is the Vegas content? Has anyone got it? Has anyone got a whiff? Anyone got a...
Well, let me tell you. Last night, Roz was on camera for about a minute and a half in a 3-part series. She went to Vegas for it.
Got a gut feeling about where the Vegas content's gone? Because I'm so sure that it was a podcast.
Well past Bulby.
But maybe it's something more personal. I don't know.
People on the panel.
You'd think it was more personal. She said she had a whole subplot, her own plot line. It was integral. Integral. Very important. It was a very important subplot. She couldn't talk. NDA for 3 sentences. Zia was offline. The price you pee. Death Fifi.
Did this motion, like, off
Subplot.
camera. Who's like, yes, like, as in, like, good, like, this bitch isn't procreating. And that's the only moment.
You must have binned it. Yeah, like that Amberlynn Reed interview.
Of the podcast that really,
Such a shame.
like, stuck with me.
I can't believe that podcast host Taylor had them dogs out the entire time. She just put them out for free. Them dogs were just sitting in the chair. Her little feet.
Me in any
So many forgotten stories out there that we could get access to. Bugger.
capacity, because it was nice to go to California, but other than that, ultimately I ended up fully reflecting, and I didn't really appreciate the experience as a whole. But you know, I was a mom.
Just one time. In a video game. She definitely blew a hole in their budget to give background on Zio. I think she talked about herself for 4 hours. I think they probably deleted quite a bit of the stuff because it didn't make sense. And they're like, what the fuck does this have to do with anything? I think that it probably said ex Fifi model. And then they're like going through her channel and they're like, well, she still does Fifi stuff. Fifi expert question mark?
And when I told my friends, they told me I still am.
No, you're fucking not. Even after the child has set a boundary, I no longer want to speak to you. I still am a mom. You were never their fucking mother. You disrespected that child. The child set a line and you still crossed it. You went through their email, their phone. You pressured them into coming out about their gender, identity, sexuality. Back the fuck off.
Girl, you could have been having this. I don't actually think you should have been talking about this at all, but it would have been a better idea to talk about this story to your friends than a whole boatload of strangers on the internet. Like, there's 1,000 people in here who are currently listening to this story.
Right, Thickums?
With, like, jaws agape.
It's hard. Because obviously, like, they're not in my life. It's just such a weird layer of grief. It's so weird. It's such a weird dynamic. It's just like a once was kind of thing, but like
A once was kind of person. Yeah, that's that again. Shout out to Amber and Ray.
it still feels so deep and real in my heart, and I would do anything to have that again.
Okay, but the person told you they want nothing to do with you.
I'd love to see Rosie's outtakes.
And instead of respecting that, you said, okay, well, you might not be in my physical vicinity, but I'm sure as fuck going to talk about you on the internet. Girl, we made some bad choices today. But she did eat at Raising Cane's, which I hear is quite good, so maybe that's a good choice.
Have that, not just the connection, but just to have them in my life at all, in any level that they would have me.
Thank you.
Do you think sharing their story without their consent or their knowledge is going to make them want to be a part of your life? This is the kind of shit where people cut off their parents as adults.
I'm glad I came to Raising Cane's today. I know that's
because Raising Cane's makes me feel closer to them.
kind of silly.
Fucking weirdo.
But it really did make me feel closer. Brought back memories. I feel like it's safe to say it's probably still one of their favorite places, but I don't know.
This is bizarre behavior, Rosie. I hope someone told her.
Brought back memories. I feel like it's safe to say it's probably still one of their favorite places, but I don't know.
It's been years, you weirdo.
This is bizarre behavior, Rosie. I hope someone told her this was fucking weird. Did someone tell her this was fucking weird? Who is in her audience or chat at this point in time? I hope you all were telling her this was fucking weird.
They also really like this place, like I think it's called Pepper Jack's. I'm still not a fan of Pepper Jack's. But you know, I have no idea what their favorites are. Like, I don't know where they're at in life, and that breaks my heart.
Yeah, Yamino, can you pass along a message?
Yummy!
I don't want to touch the reality, and I don't encourage anybody else to, but could someone let her know that this is weird? Also, maybe tell her to take this down.
I have a lot more that I could say and want to say. I just wanted to share this part of myself with y'all. It's something that I may not talk about again, or maybe.
JJ, thank you for the super chat. Lily, thank you as well, hon. Lily says, I'm still a mum. No, I'm a mum. I'd never talk about or monetize my daughter's sexuality or journey. Rosie, go to bed and take this down. Well said.
Maybe I'll occasionally bring it up in passing, but it's not something that like I want to make like a consistent thing here on YouTube. But
this is it's just so disrespectful.
I know there's a possibility that my ex could see this, or people in their life could see it, and one day they could see it. I mean,
or the kid could see it, girl.
People shouldn't be showing a minor, my social media. You know what I mean? But
and if they did, they would see you sharing their journey without consent, without their knowledge. You just chose to.
I'm okay.
They would find out how much you invaded their privacy.
Hey, if they see this video one day.
Seriously, I would love to know whether or not modern day Rosie, still shares that opinion. You seriously think that it's okay to tell a child's coming out story and all of that?
And they're 10. They were a 10-year-old. They were questioning their sexuality. Sexuality is fluid. Who knows where they're at this time? And you had to make it where they had to share it.
For money on this here.
she could be an expert at parasocial manipulation.
YouTube, and you think it's, first of all, you think that's okay. Second of all, you think that they would be fine with it. Okay, then.
Front range.
And that is something that I did consider before filming
She said she knows they're very publicly out, but how could she know that?
it. Most of this they know. I think almost everything I've said they know.
They literally told you they wanted nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you also includes not talking about them. Holy shit. In a rainbow hat and everything, BJ.
But remember, because the child liked rainbows when they were little, Roz knew that they were gay.
But
she knew because of rainbows.
I love them with every fiber of my being, and I always will. And the experience of being able to be their stepmom, which obviously I was never married to my ex, but I was very much that role in their life, and I believe they did call me that at some point.
Someone came and slotted right in.
Which obviously I was never married to my ex, but I was very much that role in their life, and I believe they did call me that.
I feel like if any of y'all have ever had a bonus baby, you remember, in my opinion, this is just mine, the first time they call you mom. You know all these stories about what music they were listening to and going through their phone.
At some point.
Someone came and slotted right in. Crazy.
It's just not fair. And in time I thought I would start to move on more and I wouldn't still be so sad.
A boneless baby.
2.5 years since I've moved to Florida, and it's been about a year since I last spoke to them, maybe more than a year. I actually don't remember when the cutoff happened. I don't remember at what point.
Go, your timeline.
I believe they did call me that. Is this the thing she forgets?
It's wibbly wobbly.
And I think it did happen in 2022. So yeah, actually it's been over a year. I just don't remember at what point in 2022 it happened. And then
doesn't that make that still makes them a child though, right? That they're like 12, 13, 14?
Yes.
If the timeline is right. Girl, what the fuck are you doing?
You know,
Saipu.
When me and my ex reconnected, we never attempted to bridge me and their child back together because we didn't know if that would pan out or not, and we wanted to make sure, we wanted to be sure.
Girl, why the fuck are you talking to the child? You should be talking to the ex-dad if you want to communicate anything to their kid. What the fuck?
And then when I did go see him in Omaha in June of 2023, June or July, I don't remember. It was.
But March 24th and August 24th, and the moon was full, and your pockets were filled with chocolate.
Sometime in the summer.
And your flip-flop fell off.
It was like when they were out of town, the child. And we ultimately, when I came back, we mutually decided, but finally I was the one for the first time to be like, yeah, we're done. Because it's just not the same, and we're not.
I believe Ross says that he was already talking to his ex and they had gotten back into a relationship. So no, Roz didn't really say that.
Lottie says, honestly, if Rosie hadn't talked about this on stream, the next law video I was going to recommend was a therapist telling her she didn't eat enough. Well, look, we'll get to that one eventually, Lottie. My God. And that's the thing, though, Rosie. If you're going to sit on the internet and say, oh, I can't believe everybody making judgment.
Rugby. Oh, sorry, microphone.
About me, about lies and slander and people telling fake stories. Girl, if the stories came from your mouth, are you not expecting us all to go back and watch those stories? Because we will. We'll do it. I'll go watch that whatever podcast and break it down to just Rosie's responses and stuff and tell you all about body counts.
I love when you say chocolate.
Laura,
chocolate in your pocket.
3 months, honey.
Ross, sometimes you take it out of me.
Replay gang. Lol, lots of law. Lots of law. Oh, I like that. That's fun to get through. Thanks for being here, Laura. It's good to see you tonight.
We're not going to be good together. We're just going to be repeating patterns and shit. And so even then, I didn't get to
We need to change the title of the stream. Maybe.
Fully connect. But
maybe it's like talking about words you actually said.
He and I were talking, I would be on Skype with him, and they they didn't see me, they didn't know, so I still got to like see them sometimes and hear them. And
You're so fucking creepy, lingering in the background.
they're teenager now. Their birthday's coming up, and I miss the fuck out of them, dude.
So much that I had to make a video about them without their knowledge and or consent.
Talk to someone else about this, not the internet.
I'm better for having known them, and I just hope they're happy. I hope they're well, and I hope they know if they ever need me, I will always be here, no matter what.
Why the fuck is this on YouTube, bro?
She's sad she lost control. She's such a fucking dangerous weirdo. God, the dramatics. Guys, we've pretty much done it, but I felt like like I said, I know I've gone over this a long time ago, but I feel like it's an important part of Ra's lure for a lot of people to understand why we feel the way we do towards her and what kind of person she is and how far she's willing to go to cross boundaries and invade people's privacy. It's not us just making up stuff. I'm not editing her words out of context. I just play back the videos and talk about them with you guys. Yeah, I didn't even know this. Weird. Her mom has to know she's crazy. Lurkers from HBO are learning the lure. 2 pounds of chocolate. You were there? You were there. Thank you for showing this again. I feel like it's important. She's not a good person. And as much as she wants to cry and say that we're making her look like a monster and that we're taking advantage of her psychosis and grooming her into autism, whatever she wants to say, these are her words. Listen, I don't fucking edit, obviously, but these are her words. And you guys can hear them back from her. I didn't know about this one. Calculated and manipulative. Mom scar is one thing. Today we saw Mama Bear. Listen, when it comes to tiny humans, I just one time in a video game. I'll just say every tiny human in your life is 100% mark safe. Happy you went over this again. Grooming her into autism. Yes. I've never seen someone so evil. Listen, she says these things. It's the psychosis incapacitated period autism, whatever. Pick one of those and just apply it. It's exactly what she is. She proves it with every video. Spicy Scar went right to feral mom scar. Hold on, I gotta share. This has nothing to do with anything, but is it this one? This one's good. Can I show it? I think so. It's not the actual image. It's a Studio Burbs chocolate cake image. And my brain wants to put it on the screen, but I don't know if that's wise of me. Should I behave myself? This one's good. I like this one. This one's better. She'll be the final girl boss. And Remy wants her. So how bad is he really? I'm curious. I'm curious about it. Like, what does he gain out of this? What does she bring to the table except for problems? Do it. There's nothing inappropriate in it. It's just, is it in bad taste of me? I don't know. Chantal also says gross things. Could I have written that in psychosis? Listen, I'm going to use that excuse when there's like 12 Amazon packages on my door. I'm just going to look at Mr. Scar and be like, could I have done this in psychosis? I need stickers. I love these illustrations. See, it's not bad. I don't think I can get in trouble for this, right? No, I think it's okay, right? I think it's fine. You got to show buns first. Well, I think I'm okay. There's nothing on here that'll get me drop kicked. We'll go back to this one though, just in case. The Roz shocked Pikachu face. It looks just like her. I know, they're so talented. That's why I wanted us to end on a good note, right? Studio Burb is so good. I'm telling you, I love stumbling upon their artwork. And I'm like, there was another one I saved, but I, for the life of me, can't find it in my box right now. Huh? Oh, wait, it's in my Discord box. They drew, our dearest. Oh, I just opened up OBS. Wrong thing. Get out of here. Get out of here, OBS. I don't want you. Hold on. Let's see. What is their name? Susan. So Susan talked about their dog, that gets very offended when Roz's face is in the screen. And so They made artwork of Susan's dog. We'll end on a dog. Is it this one? There we go. Sherbert normally, Sherbert when Roz comes on screen. Tell me it's not perfect. It's a great way to end the stream, I feel. But I hope you all have a fantastic day. Wash your hair, brush your teeth, pee after sex, talk to your healthcare providers before starting or ending a medication. Remember that you matter, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Feels like we're